The Titans, we are here. Up, we have no fear. Yeah, man, Pan Jamaica, dependent. Yeah, people. The Titans, we are here, man. We are here. See, we are, see, my brother, see, we are.
All
Yeah,
right.
I got acting.
Definitely.
Because we're going to things tonight. We see the opposition leader make a speech. The prime minister and waiting make some speech there. And you know, and the dependent there. And we see the prime minister make some speech. And the prime minister and waiting and the prime minister make some speech. So we want to play that for open this. Then we want to touch the thing about the maroon. Yeah. And then we have some other things we got touch. We have a guitar run we got touch. We have a start up right now. And then we want to talk to Gusty Clark. We need to talk to him because some people make some complaint to me, you know, about the music thing and them thing. Now we not talk to some people. Remember, we not really make nothing for money, you know. Miss some little things we're not dropping at some little account there. Not you. Then I went some other part that drop some little thing in our account. Them they come like, hey. Remember, we are giving people right to use your music. We don't stop pressure for people. Alone, I'm a virgin, I tell you the truth. That have got change. All right? So I want to ask some people on that. But we could start this now. We're not going back. It not happen nowhere else, yeah? We could start this because we have things to deal with. Like that. All right. Yeah, man, we there. All right. Soon call it back. Let's go. We there, man. There. And talk to one of my brother yesterday, you know, look a while, you know. Yeah, man, you know, so we stay around here. All right, so we not call it independent because we are dependent on other country to survive. So we're dependent. We call it dependent. We're not so tight tax.
Yeah, agree.
Yes, agree on that score.
Agree.
Especially when you have a Kevin government where the people them, you know, them use the people them, you know. Hard. Then they provide nothing. And where them get them choppy. So dependent there. But anyway, I want to play this Titans. Let me start from this. You know, I'm gonna play Market G. Come and play the Prime Minister and waiting, and then I play the Line Minister, you know. So let me start from this, right? Let me see what I got. Prime Minister waiting in the line.
My fellow Jamaicans, every year on August the 1st, we commemorate what many regard as the most significant milestone in our nation's history, Emancipation Day. This day holds profound meaning for us all, as we remember August 1st, 1838, as a date which marked the end of a brutal and inhumane period of our history, after centuries of enslavement of our people. It is a day to reflect on the courageous and heroic journey of the many hundreds of thousands of our people who had endured unimaginable suffering. We pay tribute to their unwavering spirit, their unrelenting struggle for freedom, and their unshakable belief in a better future. While the abolition of slavery was a significant milestone, the vestiges of that period and colonialism continue to impact our society even today. It is manifest in prevailing attitudes and values about our self-image, our family structures, our society as a whole, how we deal with conflicts, and so much more. We must work together to address those lingering effects of the past, to dismantle systemic inequalities, and to create opportunities for all Jamaicans to thrive and achieve their hopes and dreams. Therefore, the struggle for freedom, equality, justice, and economic empowerment is not just a historical event. It is an ongoing journey for each generation. The struggle must continue as we build a more just and equitable Jamaica. It is through this struggle that we honor the memory of those, known and unknown, who fought and died as martyrs for the rights and freedoms we enjoy today, who resisted the chains of bondage with courage and determination. Our mission is to build a Jamaica where every citizen is emancipated from mental slavery and enjoys the full benefits of freedom, freedom from poverty and all its debilitating manifestations, freedom from discrimination, and freedom to achieve our fullest potential. As we embrace these noble aspirations, we also recognize our personal responsibility to be good citizens of this land, to love and care for each other, to treat each other with respect and uphold our laws, and to work for the common good of our national development. The cornerstone of our mission must be the unity and togetherness of our people, encapsulated in one love and directed by the grace and will of God. We will achieve that mission because we are a great, resourceful, and resilient people. Even in the face of challenges that persist, we have hope and determination. We are a nation of innovators, creators, and entrepreneurs. We are a people of unbounded energy and unwavering optimism. I commit myself to working diligently and steadfastly to address the injustices of our past and to build a better society for all Jamaicans. A future where every citizen has access to quality and affordable education and healthcare, and is prepared with the mindset and the skill set to be productive and to benefit from economic opportunities for wealth creation and self-advancement. Last month, our nation was rocked by the awesome power of Hurricane Beryl. Many parts of Jamaica were severely affected. Communities were disrupted. People lost their homes. Schools and vital infrastructure were damaged, and sadly, people lost their lives. Our spirit was challenged, and our resilience has been tested. Yet, in the face of adversity, we have stood together as the entire nation rose up in aid of our brothers and sisters who are affected. I will say more of this when I address you on Independence Day. Emancipation Day is a time for celebration. It is a time to celebrate our culture, our heritage, and the indomitable spirit of the Jamaican people. Our heritage is the priceless gift of our forefathers, an unending source of inspiration and unity as we walk the road of national development. As we celebrate Emancipation Day, let us recommit ourselves to this noble cause. May God bless you and keep you, and may God bless Jamaica, land we love.
No blessing, no blessing. Every time, you know. When it's a Titans, no blessing.
No blessing.
Yeah, man.
No
Forget
blessing.
what
Yeah.
I say also because you know they might give me a little script. So
Honestly, I don't even want to hear the next man, but anyway, go on play.
yes,
Yeah, but we're listening.
The Titans say they don't want here. And right now, let me tell you always, whenever them say they don't want here, go outside. We'll put you outside, sir.
You know
You
why?
understand? We'll put him outside because them say they don't want hear it. After Holness of saying, yes. From Titan side, me no want to hear you. Any one of them, me no want to hear him. Send him outside. You understand them now? Yes. Yes, say man. So before we move on, we can move on to this because we want to move on to Big Mama. Or Big Mama run out, come tell life and doing vibes, you know. Yeah? And we see why Big Mama do this because Big Mama, oh, I'm not money that Big Mama won't know in a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Yes.
Good topic that we deal with. Yeah.
But me ask you something. Ladies start do a money and them take away our home. Being man no money, them take away few things. Them stop elephant. Then why them no dismantle mouthpiece and do something? You can't hold them kind of money there. If you are me, them come, it can't work.
Well, fam, it's very easy to understand the reason. The reason as it relates to Big Mama, right, and where Andrew Holness led government just have him on a string. Big Mama is a complete puppet to the Jamaica Labour Party, knowing that he hold, right, that amount of money, right? I mean, anything that the party asks him to do, he's going to do. It's just he has to ask them, oh, I need to jump. If the party asks him to jump, the only response that they need to get from Big Mama is Big Mama asking them, how high am I to jump? Now, obviously, as it relates to what Big Mama put out with Dwayne Vaz, right? Blatant lie. And as it's intended, right, to damage the man politically and in extension, damage the People's National Party with lies. But guess what? And here it is that we have man in the wilderness, we have lied, and we know aromatic might soon come on, you have mystic sensation. We are here to speak the truth. You see, the lies have so many winding roads, while the truth has just one main road, straight and narrow, and that's it. And regardless of how Big Mama spin and how Big Mama defect, right, misinformation, disinformation, when it comes to platform like these, well, we straighten out the truth, right? And that's what we are doing tonight. You understand?
Definitely.
Right.
Well, all along we know that Big Mama is a puppet for Andrew Holness. And the figure that him owe in his tax shows, because, I mean, no ordinary business personnel in Jamaica could have gotten away with that amount of tax in arrears. So it shows that there is cohesiveness between Big Mama and Andrew Holness, and he's working specifically on behalf of the Jamaica Labour Party and the Prime Minister. And that is why the news that comes out of Big Mama radio station is not credible. It is misinformation with a whole ton load of lies packed up on top of the misinformation. So we have to, divulge deeper into why this man is allowed to operate a licensed media house when it is in so much arrears. It should have been wind up from 3 years ago. That should have been wind up, because no business cannot function on the basis of tax arrears. That shows you that it's not viable and it's not sustainable to function on its own. So It should have been winded up. So we have to look at, the pros and the cons. What is the pros for having nationwide? Is to supply misinformation to the Jamaican public. And why is Andrew Holness affiliated to Nationwide and Big Mama? Is because they're working together. So when we establish these two criteria, we find that there's no credibility, and on the back of, operating as a propaganda machine, it should have been dismantled by the licensing authority that govern the media house. And I'm sure that, the person that head that department, they should have wind up this radio station long time. Too much corruption coming out of Nationwide. We see them as stage all type of act as it relates to crime, like shooting up Granny Subaru, setting garden house on fire, coming out with, derogative and expletive words against people in society that is not aligned to the Jamaica Labour Party. So we can't have a media house that is centralized around one entity. That should have been disqualified from practicing journalism in Jamaica. So I yield back to the Titan boss, who I know have a lot to say on this matter as well.
Yes, man. All right. So, people remember Dwayne Vaz. By the way, I'm going to show them Big Mama thing. It's a 2024 thing right now. Look on this.
All right, I could do this now. All right, this, when I say 2024, this, right? The 5th, this is May 2024. See, eh? The 8th of the 5th, 05. See the 8/05, 2024? So, okay, so this is 2024. I'm showing it as of 2024, right? I want to see it. Big Mama. Okay. And look on this now. You see it? You want to see it? I will see where I come back from. I will see where PR were pending. See? This look like a 65 million, right?
You see much in them, them are rears, you know. That reason now come off now, don't it? Them people like rears, you know. Them like warriors, so it have just get bigger.
170,781.
Come again.
170,781 now. So okay, so this is 2024. I'm showing it as of 2024, right? I want to see it. Big Mama. Okay. And look on this now. You see it? You want to see it? I will see where I come back from. I will see where PR were pending. See? This look like a 65 million, right? 170,781 64 cents, right? And you see, not my word, see there? Not my word. I'm just showing you some of the little things now because, you know, remember I said I don't win enough, so I'm showing you some little things, yeah? Okay. This now.
Hey, let me tell you something, you know. Let me tell you, Titans. Let me tell you something. When Big Mama then look on this, you know, all of them head now in the Titans. All of them head right now. Eh?
Yeah.
Oh, them get this. So them want to blame some other people. Because the other day, them blame all people, you know, we know, you know. But remember, I said the eagle bad and the eagle eye bad. So the eagle, from the Prime Minister of 19 office and thing, then the eagle after that and build mess up there.
The eagle have to fly.
Yeah, man. Have to.
Yeah, man. You understand? So the eagle have nest there. So anything at all, and I'm just right there. So the eagle
and the eagle just not only fly, it land too.
Of course. If the eagle have a nest, that means the eagle not have to go nowhere, you know, right? That's the eagle living there, you know.
Yeah.
And tell him the eagle living there, you know.
The eagle land and take up residence.
Yeah, man.
Yes, man.
Yeah. So when them hear that, you know, them think like a leaf, you know. See? But let me show you how Big Mama dangerous now. Look on that. If some other people that see lockdown and it make enough news, alright?
Exactly.
This news by them going on lockdown Big Mama place. Eh? And Big Mama is not a radio station neither, you know. It's just a mouthpiece, it's an organ, it's a puppet behind your Holness and the PR nastiness when them you know, the misinformation and disinformation and fake news.
Exactly.
Big Mama them run out with, you know.
Yeah, man.
Then a monkey into train, I think I mash it up, man.
Fam, what Light said something significantly important, right? In Light first statement, as it relates to he cannot understand why the government would have allowed, right, Big Mama to continue, right, as it relates to his institution, knowing to the fact that it is just not a viable entity, to be honest. Because if you track that way, what you just showed, coming from a period as it relates to the total amount of debt that owed, total amount of tax that owed, right, and the ability of him paying it down, it is not going down. It is escalating. So then when you look in terms of the sort of business that he's doing, right, he's not generating as much revenues to even pay the outstanding debt. And so then, so what the government is going to do? Have him continue, you understand, to increase the tax debt, right? So much. I mean, the government, but it goes to show you the corruption of an Andrew Holness-led government. Remember, say Andrew Holness is also a tax dodger. You understand? So Andrew Holness may not see anything wrong with that, but it is a significant burden, right? I mean, on the country's revenues, because it simply means that sort of tax that the government should be collecting, right? The government obviously is not collecting that, right? And so then, I mean, this is illegal for him to continue. You understand? To have the debt growing, and he's showing no sign of bringing the debt down, right? All because he's there to use as a political spin machine, right? And you know what? Let me want Big Mama. I think that Big Mama need to have what you call, right, a deep look, right, has an introspection as it relates to his situation now and the business that he's running, right? Now, with Big Mama's situation, being in that situation of the debt increasing from year to year, Big Mama has to come to, and I know that he's fairly intelligent, so he should be able to say, look, I have to close shop because I am going into more debt. So what I'm doing, right, it is not viable, right, to continue, right, to do what I'm doing. Because, all right, number one, face this. Let us ask Big Mama a question. When Mark Golden take over power, because Mark Golden is going to take over power. It is not if or when. He's going to, right? Regardless of what is going on, Mark Golden is going to be the next prime minister. Now, how does Big Mama is going to veer out into a next government? Because I know for sure that the PNP government is going to pursue to have him closed down and plus pay tax, which is going to be in a bigger trouble. Because the PNP government is going to be much more aggressive, you understand, than Andrew Holness government. Because number one, remember, say Andrew Holness government, you know, playing out. You understand? I mean, I take what I talk, it's a criminal network. So they will allow Big Mama to continue, you understand, to be dodging tax and, you know, not paying down, you understand, the debt. They will allow Big Mama to do that because Big Mama is giving them what they want, and it is to do the spinning for them. Number one, this is the problem that Big Mama is going to put himself into, right? Big Mama is going to put himself into a potential lawsuit because right now, you know, I am encouraging Dwayne Vaz to sue him, you know. Yes.
Yes, I second that.
No, seriously. Mystic Sensation is encouraging Dwayne Vaz to sue. Remember, you know, and let me remind Big Mama, remember, it's the same anky-punky carry off with PJ Patterson, you know. And what PJ Patterson done? PJ Patterson sued him. So for him now to try to spin it, to say, well, all right, he received information, you understand, from police investigators. It goes to show you that what Wayne has been saying all along is not right. It goes to show you that Fitzbailey, you understand, as it relates to certain investigation, you understand, bringing Big Mama in the spotlight, you understand, for spin what they want to spin and all of that. Because you're going to tell me that, okay, you get that information from investigators. So then let me ask you something, Big Mama. You did not verify the information that you get. And it goes to show you how corrupt these police officers are. Some of these police officers are. Because number one, for the police officers who are investigating the case, right, and without the proper investigation, would have found out, right, that the teacher just merely lost his license, right? And his license was found in a location apparently where a shooting took place. And so then if you put his license into a situation, right, and then Big Mama is going, because it's a premeditated thing, you know. You have to understand, premeditated thing. The reason why Big Mama spin that, because Big Mama seems like he must have somehow get information, right? That okay, at one point, this gentleman, this the teacher, and Dwayne Vaz, right? Having close association, right? Went to their school sports and so forth. What he had done now is to come out and spin a blatant lie. So Big Mama would have known, you understand, that the information is false. And so then when Big Mama they go out and they try to spin it now to say investigators, right, gave him that information, Vaz saw him. You understand? Because that is defamation of character. And
yes, definitely.
And in extension, want to put some negative light on the People's National Party to say the People's National Party associated with gunmen. And that's what I'm saying now.
Yes.
Defame the teacher's character. Defame Dwayne Vaz character. Want to say now Dwayne Vaz associated with gunman, and want to say now the teacher is a gunman. You understand?
Right.
With a story without it properly investigated. The very same thing that he had done with PJ Patterson. Run with a story without properly vetting the story. No, me here as a, you understand, I'm not a mainstream media. And every story that I get before I bring it out live, me make sure I vet it enough. Because the story, certain story, based on how you get it, you understand, Mike, in the process of investigation continuing. And so then when you talk, based on when you get the information, at the conclusion of the investigation, what you have said earlier, because you jump out before investigation completed, now you realize that you may have been wrong.
Definitely. So it have to vet.
Exactly. And so then you have to, sometime when you have incident happen, give it a couple days to blow off. You understand? Do your research, investigate properly, right? And wait until might be investigation concluded. But you run out with certain information, and when investigation completed now, you depend around. You understand? Big Mama need to get, you understand, some form of lesson, some form of consequence. He cannot continue, you understand, to be spilling false news. You understand?
Well, they say,
political
Byron, what Big Mama like to do, is to come out with the expletive word, breaking news.
Yes.
He's always breaking the news.
Exactly.
But the credibility of his news is not reconciling with society.
Exactly.
And so Big Mama need to be stripped of his media license, close down his entity, lawsuit him, and also collect the millions of dollars where more in tax arrears. Because when Big Mama was with mainstream media, TVJ, Big Mama was looked at as one of the leading journalists, news presenter.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's sad to see the demise of Big Mama.
Exactly.
By putting himself in a corner with the spotlight shining all over him, representing the Jamaica Labour Party. Because everyone knows that where his allegiance lies.
Yes,
his allegiance does not lie with incredible news. It lies in propaganda and flipping and spinning all type of thing to suit the current administration. And he knows that there's a benefit for him, because that's how he can, rest assured, relax, and don't pay him tax. Because him know it covered by this corrupt government we have.
Exactly.
So there's a whole heap of thing happening right in that circle. And this is why Jamaica is where it is today. No credible news been, put to the people for listenership. And when the people try to source credible news by accessing our platform and other platform, they come out and want to, put a gag order.
Exactly.
And people who are bringing the news to the people.
But here is so.
Yes, Wayne.
You could tell them something Titans. Thanks. Them can't put your guard upon some other people, but not alone yourself. We're not dealing with that. We're not depend on really.
No, them can't touch around them side of world.
You could just remind them, we not take talk from no guy and do social we steal. When them nice for nice, if them not nice, we give them 100 fold. We're not big friend.
Exactly.
Go to power. We name the Titans around here. We don't big friend. And we not have an enemy neither. Because we know them. You understand? We not big friend. No
Yes.
friend. You understand? I worry someone up.
I tell you, welcome, my brother.
Salute.
Arrow,
Yeah,
respect.
Go on, man. We're there, man.
All right, let me tell the people this. You see, we are so at the Titans this. We are so remember we don't miss word. No, not that. And just remember the truth, it comes straight. You touch one, you touch all. The Titans.
Remember.
No, we are not a big
Yeah,
mama.
man.
I will show them this arrow. Big Mama gonna want a 65 million. Remember last year? I'm just remind you what Big Mama there. I'm gonna show you the lie when come tell Panduyan, you know. Hey, we have a robot Big Mama today, you know. Big Mama like in a rears, you know. Because I think the rears are Big Mama specialty. You know?
Yes,
Big Mama
yes.
love when in a rears. You understand? So look, this is last year. Look at.
Paying taxes now, people. You know, some radio station, but a mouthpiece, them, you know. Yeah, man, read mouthpiece. I'm want to look on this.
I'm going to take a notice. Look on the 00, look on the number but up. And you say a
Yes.
5640529. So you know a Big Mama thing this. But it's a
Right.
2023. See there? The 12th and the 5th, that means a 1 year. And how much month now? I go just come in, 1 year and right? The 12th and the 5th, 2023, that you see it, right? All right, look how much money Big
1
Mama
year
did.
and 3 months, man.
Look how much money did go.
Mrs. Them, who have the money still, see where it come from, in arrears. I'm see where it reach, and you know, all the money, I'm see total now in arrears, see there? Arrears. 53 million.
820,000, 362.22 cents. 60, that means you just round this up a 54 mil, right?
54 million.
Just
Right.
Right? This is last year, people. I'm the one to not say, Big Mama, remember the number up there, so you know, you look on the film file, see the file number up there, so you see where it mark up there, top on the top. So, and you see the name there, people. See the Big Mama,
Yeah.
fake news, see there? Yeah, fake news. I look on that one now. It's a 20. All right, look, I'm going to start it back now. All right, look on this now. All right, look what if the same. You see the same file, see there? But
Yeah.
Here, see the number 00, see there? 5640529. So it's a Big Mama
Yes,
file.
man.
The eagle pick out Big Mama file. Right? And it's say in arrears. See that the 8th and the 5th, 2024. It says it's now. Right? Look on the money when I look how much Big
Come
Mama.
on this now.
What you know?
Right. This, I'm going to say, 2024 this, right? The 5th, this is May, 2024. See, the 8th and the 5th, 05. See the 805, 2024? So, okay. So this is 2024. I'm showing it as of 2024, right? I want to see it? Big Mama. Okay. And look on this now.
So you are telling me say now 1 year. With a 54 and it's a 65. You're too much.
Him rackle up over $11 million and some mash in a 1 year.
So tell me something now. Let me make our knock it in now. So them not pull long this up mouthpiece thing or what have you. That means the Prime Minister, them and one of them have him under string. So him have to do it, them in my puppet, so him do these things for us, please them finna get pulled on. Where's the arrow?
First of all, this man is compromised.
Exactly.
And this man is the biggest threat to our democracy. Nationwide and Big Mama is the biggest threat to the Jamaican people democracy. Anytime there's a news supposed to break that's not in favor of the Jamaica Labour Party, Cliff Hughes and the Andrew Holness administration go find a breaking story to come wipe out that story. If you go back to when Cliff Hughes shoot up in one radio station, because I'm going to say you can't see it. You know, see our next video, you know, see our next clip is the only one where them have. So it tell us that them shoot it up. Because how can people shoot up something and nobody else not see it? It must be the people them who shoot it up of the clip. You understand? Then go back again and strike a homegrown terrorist attack on God. No, yo, people think they are joking thing this in or a playing thing this in. It's a homegrown terrorist attack nationwide, and the Andrew Holness them administration launched by the Jamaica, you know, when they go try to burn down God knows, you know. You think a joking thing this man? A terrorist attack the man them pull off, you know. This is not a joke, brother. So them have him as them puppet. The man, yo, Cliff, you. Big Mama, you need to hang in a blood clot Kingston town by your tongue. Because you are the biggest threat to the Jamaican people and democracy, brother. Listen, no joking thing, you know, fellow panelists. This is a serious thing, you know, brother. The man is not a journalist, you know. The man is a JLP mouthpiece propaganda man spread, you know. The man is a propagandist.
Well, no move. I want to say, you know, say, hey, let me just repeat what Agintay say, you finish continue. Look at this.
You must be hung by your neck until you are dead, 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 or until your teeth kill.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Exactly. Exactly.
And you must be hung by your neck until you are dead, 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 or until your teeth kill.
The former National Security Minister argues that by putting a stop to hanging, Jamaica has created a murder factory, citing statistics to bolster his argument that the punishment is fit for purpose.
So when I'm abandon, I'll think the also.
God knows. God knows.
On a female, somebody does play that phone.
Yeah. Burn down garden house.
I'll in tie the tie for hold him up there too, you know. Continue arrow.
So them go burn down garden house. You know, remember, say garden house, you know, a state property, you know. And when you touch state property, you know, a big law, you violate the law, you know. So when you do things like them, the demand they speak of them. See a whole heap of member in the Jamaica Labour Party need to hang until then dead. The havoc what the man them are read pan Jamaica, you know. The violation, you know, what the man them have done pan Jamaica, you know. And an unjoking thing, you know, and not one member is there to stand up to the Prime Minister and say what you are doing is wrong. So when we say 63 member must go, I mean I accept less than that, else me not feel good.
Complete wipeout.
PMP not get that wipeout, me not feel good, me work not done.
Agree, sir. Agree.
Because some drastic action need to take place in our country, brother. We country that go down the wrong road. This man who go on like say him are the king and him bigger than everybody. Brother, you poor, brother, you poor, you know, brother. Brother, you know, come up and unstable, you know. At Naughty Crumble and road down a Spanish town I come from, you know, brother. Just like every other ghetto youth, you know. People sorry for you and give a blind, you know. And you turn around now, my youth, and they deal with poor people so like you're somebody. No, brother. The whole of we come from out of the ghetto, brother. A Crumberland you spring from. We know what is Crumberland, brother. So no come go on like you're non dictator, you want to take over Jamaica, you want to run Jamaica. Yeah, your wife, brother. It can't continue like that. Jamaican people need to stand up and need to stand up to that brother here. When you're gone pa maroon land and being so ignorant about it, bro, that I don't think that hurt me, brother. When you are being ignorant about the facts, brother. They come talk about there is only one sovereign, and it's the government of Jamaica, When we all know that, the maroon get them legality for up there, 220 odd years before Jamaica get independent, brother. So how can a man not remember that, brother? Oh, you not remember that, brother? All the Jamaican government we have land in a cockpit country, brother. What did the Jamaican government do to own a piece of land in cockpit country? Was the government of Jamaica fight against the British? No, no, did not fight against the British. It was the maroon who fight against the British. So the fuck they come tell we who have land in a cockpit, brother? We don't forget land in a cockpit. This Pushy and Joel, let's go on like him a dictator. And they go on like he want to run Jamaica by brute force, brother. When the facts is there staring us in our face, bro. The maroon them get them sovereignty, brother. You trespass from the man them land, bro. Carry 200 and odd police go they go violate the man them rights, man. Them things that are right, brother. Them things that what we mad. And them things that need to stop, brother. Me not have no respect for you, brother. I used to one time. I mean, no want no man come tell me about officer this and that. Because if the man who in the office no respect, what the fuck me they go respect it for? The man who they serve and they protect no respect the office. So why me go respect the office? Now bring that to me, man. The man who in the office, they run the office. And the man they run down the office, bro. You know, wise up, man. Real soldiers stand up and fight for your rights, bro. Stop make that big nose puppet you go on like say him run things and him bigger and him mightier than every Jamaica. No, bro, you are not. You're a wimp. You're a weasel. That's why you try to feel like you flex muscle. Because we know say boy like you when they get bullied at school. Because when we look on your Holness, we say you're a nerd. You're not a thugs. You're just a use the government and the police and the military to back you up and fight against the Jamaican people, bro. I'm tired of your brother. Bro, I mean I like you,
See it?
And that's I reach, brother. I mean I like you, bro. You understand what I say? I want you to know that. I mean I like you, I mean I hold back nothing for you, bro. And that's I reach right now. Bro, when you start, you hurt me, then you hurt my people, them, bro. The people, them who fight and set the thing for we. Blood, sweat, and tears. Thousands of maroon dead to secure that, bro. And you don't have little respect or little decency, bro. You go cut out the man, them hood. And send police and soldier up there to go thief the man, them hood, bro. Bro, people for understand, my agony are expensive hood, a certain people. Yo, brother.
Yeah. All right. So this, Marvin, this is when them go out. This is when them leave the other day when them say 48 hours, not never go so.
Yeah, brother.
Not go so. Them go take over the hood them from up there and them leave in a Leicester. Them eat the same day. So them trick the people and put that on the this see that
yeah, man.
I see them go to the truck. You see them already do that. Put there. Money go to the see them. By the way, people, you see this? It's one of them there. See cool there. That next one I come in. That next one there. Stop there in the box. So then with the police, they just have to arrow and them give them the way. Right? Them go do what them I do. And by the way, you have a girl there run off her mouth from, you know, Chief Curry. When you looking at your phone, you see, make sure the people them where you want. Continue beat them arrow. And by the way, before you continue beat them, you're right. Let me tell you something, people. You have some people that people have run out and talk about, you know, yes, the Prime Minister, and you respect office, tell them me, say them to fuck off. Same way. Can you know, we not listen. You can't take a piece of rape and put in an office and then tell me to respect him. And you can't take a rape and pedophile and tell him to him a pastor and then me to respect him. Who not fuck off with that? We not trying that one, yes, we're not big friend. You can't put no tie and say them a Prime Minister when you look, them statutory declaration now declare. None. When you look, them make shell company and chop money and carry it all over the place. And you tell me for respect and you call everybody criminal. No, criminal, this one right across the board.
Right across the board.
Right across the board. I want to play with them, boy. Continue thing arrow.
I want the Jamaican people, and we ask them, how do you feel? It's something like this. The chief is there protecting what is theirs, you know. Them land and them lumber. And he was labeled as a man of interest by the police. But look at that, you know. What has Chief Curry done for label as man of interest by the police? When we have the Prime Minister for 3 years, him can't tell how him come by him wealth. We have 6 thief side of the Prime Minister in the House of Parliament. It moved to 8 now. 8 thief in the House of Parliament. And none of them no name person of interest to the law enforcement of Jamaica. But a man who put down his foot and stand up and fight for them sovereignty. They fight for them land and they fight for them trees and them natural resources. Andrew Holness system dog them. Name him as person of interest. And I want to ask the Jamaican, how do you feel? If say Andrew Holness send over 200 and add police, we got thief the man then lumber. When Jamaican they dead like a fly and dog. And we never see that kind of armed convoy yet. They go if we go find the criminal them of Jamaica. How do you feel? The man use the law and break the law. You don't see what I want. The man use the law, my brothers, and go break the law, my brothers. Go thief the man them hood, brother. The police and the military, Jamaican, wake up. Wake up and look where this I go. Yo, my heart bitter. My heart a bleed. My heart a boil. And that's where I reach right now. Andrew Holness, you're one of the biggest pussy. And I say that without apology. Bro, my ancestors, me not joking. Me know my roots, me know my culture, me know where me I come from. And if it wasn't for them, probably I would have still be under chain and shackle. Or probably I would not exist. So me have to respect and cherish what my ancestor has done for me. So when me see a man come walk over them right and they trample it, it a tell me say you never respect the foundation what they laid for the Jamaican people. So how can me respect a person like that? Me not have no respect for that, bro. And that's how the thing reach. Me never hear me like this. I have never thought like this about this man. But them say every day leaf go a water bottom. Or every day bucket go a well. One day the bottom must drop out. When the bottom drop out, you know. We don't have no more bottom.
And
I
then
just
by
right
the
outside.
when I said nothing, remember the man attacking bucket bottom, big dirty thinking, mama. So
Right.
to him say bottom jump out, maybe just tell him from now, him attacking bucket, the bucket bottom. All right. So maybe just put it straight, because we must have thinking your teeth. No,
Yeah.
we know ramp on here. So him attack the bucket bottom, maybe the bucket go well.
Yeah.
Bottom must support. So I could just tell you
Let me
this
tell you
here.
now. All right, watch out, fam. You know, say, sitting here and listen aromatic, dispensing the grief coming from inside. It's a reality that's supposed to permeate it straight across the globe. Andrew Holness behavior, people need to know that we are seeing signs, strong signs, and number one, people, strong signs of dictatorship. No,
Right there.
Very much so. Very much so.
strong signs of dictatorship, and what Andrew Holness-led government is heading for is dictatorship. What people need to know is that while we are here talking today, Marlene Malawi Fort, right, is rushing the constitution, you understand, to change a lot of things, while Andrew Holness had planned and prepared to use his 48 or 49 members, you understand, to pass laws. Now, people, look, why this is serious? What happened in on the
Quick step.
property?
Yeah, quick step.
Quick step, right? In particularly, is to show you the type of brute force government who doesn't adhere to any form of standard, any form of constitutional norms, any form of treaty. Andrew Holness is breaking it down and said he has no respect. Now, I want to show people something. This is one of the reasons I'm going to say it out plain tonight. When you look on Bruce Golden, because people don't understand that what we are seeing today is the doing of Bruce Golden. Let me make that clear enough.
Yeah, 200.
Now, if you do the history and go back in your history, you will realize, as it relates to Bruce Golden period of time between 2009 to 2011, it is Bruce Golden who rose Andrew Holness. Bruce Golden who delivered Andrew Holness. Let me tell you some of the things what done under Bruce Golden government. I want to bring back people to the history, and I want people to Google meantime I am talking. You hear a lot of people on TikTok, you hear a lot of people on social media. Oh, PJ Patterson sell out the airport, PJ Patterson sell out sugar industry, PJ Patterson sell out cement industry, and PJ Patterson sell out this and that. This goes to the ignorance of people who don't read properly, who don't do research. Now follow me, people. Hear what I am saying. People who have the access of internet, when you Google this, you will realize that PJ Patterson, at the end of PJ Patterson tenure, PJ Patterson ensured that he paid off the IMF.
Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly, Arrow. PJ Patterson ensured that he paid off the IMF, you understand, and put in Jamaica and a part as it relates to debt free.
Yeah.
Remember this. People Google this and see if, when you come on Titans, if Titans are telling any lie. Right? That's why Titans are here to speak the truth, and that's why they don't want us to speak the truth. So let's Google it, people, and you tell Titans that they are lying. It was Bruce Golden who divested most of Jamaica assets.
Yes, man.
The Air Jamaica, Sugar Factory, all of that, what Jamaica own. Bruce Golding divested them all. Put it in the hands of the PSOJ. Put it in the hands of what we call neo-colonialists. Put it in the hands, centered it in crony capitalism. Now, Andrew Holness sat there. Bruce Golding strengthened him. And so then, when you look and see what Andrew Holness is doing, it is Bruce Golding damage in extension. People, I'm going to tell you something tonight. Right? Now, when you look on the corruption index, under the history of all prime ministers that go through the governance of Jamaica, Bruce Golding hit the worst on the corruption index. The corruption index.
Don't move. And just remind them, 2009, you can Google it now.
Yes.
Don't move. Just Google it right now.
Yeah, man. Everything in my head. Everything in my head.
Yes, the worst in 2009, the highest murder rate, the highest murder in the country, the history of Jamaica was 2009, and I over what's that?
Bruce Golding.
Continue. Bruce Golding. The second highest murder rate in the history of Andrew Watts 2017. Now make them check now.
Okay. This is one of the reasons why no matter what them go on with on TikTok, no matter what them go on with on social media as it relates to Jamaica Labour Party, social media vloggers and warriors, they cannot defeat a Wayne Lonesome, cannot defeat a Aromatic, a Mystic Sensation or Lied, cannot defeat Titans because we are well studied and we study to show ourselves approved. We are knowledge based, and what we are giving our people, we are giving our people nothing but facts. So let me continue. So on the corruption index, when you go back and look at it, it was Bruce Golding governance who hit the worst on the corruption index. They dropped to 30. 30 on the corruption index, which is the worst on the corruption index ever in the history of all prime minister. Bruce Golding can tell you that. Let us move on. Now, what happened as it relates to Bruce Golding governance ended? Andrew Holness, as it relates to the sort of embarrassment that cloud around Bruce Golding, and Bruce Golding has to resign. Andrew Holness came through that, and Andrew Holness ruled in 2011. Yeah, man, the history in the media, man, we have it here.
Yeah, man. He ruled from 2011, short period, about 3 months.
Short period, yeah.
Yes.
2011.
Yes.
And take on Mama P. We have the history in the media, you know. And take on Mama P.
Snap election.
Slap him.
Yes.
2012. So between the period 2012 to 2016, what happened? Mark Golding came in, and let me remind people and what me hear Jamaica Labour Party, they talk about how them perform well on the corruption index. I want people to do the research now. We go bust Jamaica Labour Party bubbles. Because the researchers said the corruption index was improved between the period 2012 to 2016. People, let me ask the question. Why did the corruption index improve from 30 to 42? Let me tell you why, as it relates to what the researcher said. It had improved as a result of who? Mark Jefferson Golding. Ask yourself a question. So
Under who? Under whose leadership?
Portia Simpson.
Portia Simpson.
It was improved.
Well, let's space them. Don't forget what I said. And that Portia Simpson leadership.
Yes.
And that the same lady there, them fight against.
Yes.
And get her vote out.
Yes. Yes. So
Continue, man. Continue.
You understand? But we're knowledgeable, you know. We're knowledgeable, you know. So then people can research behind me. I'm going to take out the phone and research behind me, you know. So why was the corruption index
improved?
You know why? Mark Jefferson Golden single-handedly caused the corruption index to improve. What did Mark Golden do? Mark Golden put in a draft as it relates to the Integrity Commission, the Integrity Commission Act. As a result of the Integrity Commission Act, right, that put in place, drafted by Mark Golden, and became, right, into being 2017, the Integrity Commission Act of 2017, via the act, right, the corruption index advanced because that act now begin to hold people now accountable. It is the very same Integrity Commission Act 2017. So let me teach people something now and show you how hypocritical Andrew Holness is. Now in 2012, remember that Portia Simpson won that. In 2016, I want people to Google it, you know. Remember that we carry 63 members of Parliament. 2016, all the light tell, the Clark's shoes and Walter Clark's talk and Andrew Holness put on Clark's and everything and the youth them. You understand the energy that build and so forth and so forth. And the youth, particularly most of the youths, vote out Portia Simpson in 2016. But let us ask the question, what was the margin that give Andrew Holness the win? Right?
It was a one seat, right?
It was a one seat.
One seat, yeah.
JLP, more people for follow behind me, you know. JLP won 32 seats and the People's National Party won 31 seats. So if people are contemplate, right, how the Integrity Commission Act passed in 2017, now remember now that the People's National Party had, you understand, the numbers behind them too. It was the strongest opposition, 32-31. So then now, you have people have to argue, you understand, as it relates to passing the bill in Parliament, because it takes a 2/3 majority to pass the bill in Parliament and in the Senate. So in the lower house, 2/3 majority, in the upper house, 2/3 majority. So what transpired is that Andrew Holness couldn't stop that. So we don't want people to believe, sir. You understand, is Andrew Holness' influence put in the Integrity Commission Act 2017. Go back and check the electoral map. The electoral map is telling you that GLP win 32 and PNP win 31. You understand? So Andrew Holness have no influence in terms of that. So let me set the record straight. Right? Now, the act as a result of that came into being, voted on by People's National Party and the Jamaica Labour Party voted in. So Mark Golden said, and you know the reason why I explain this? For those who out there believe that PNP and GLP are the same thing, me to beat them tonight for sure. You say PNP, you understand, all people are accountable. PNP have transparency and balance. PNP have accountability. PNP and GLP are not the same party. You understand? No, so when we warn people, you understand, remember that PNP history show you that PNP sent 8 of them to prison. So PNP and GLP can't be the same when GLP never sent one PNP to prison. When we search the history, when we dig out the history, tell me in the entire political history where GLP sent a PNP to prison. But for sure, yes, a PNP no ramp. PNP said checks and balance and nation building. You ramp and we know we have to carry through the court at 8 of them, PNP slapped from 1954. Now, but it is going to be more than 8 people. Look at now, Bangarang and now. So watch this. So Mark Golding and the PNP decide, say, what we see taking place in front of our eyes, the blatant corruption with the Jamaica Labour Party. Because it's a mafia party, you know, for people who want to believe, say, them in our good governance. GLP and Andrew Holness a mafia party.
Yeah, man.
Bad man.
Map them, man. When time they use it, then get rid of it, you know. You know, see the amount of people in high places just losing life. So
what's this now? In a 2000, right, and 16, as I said, as it relates to the electoral map, showing a 32 for GLP and 31 for PNP. In the same breath, right, what we have? We have Mark Golding decide, no, we are not going to stop there. We need to have another layer of protection. What Mark Golding did was to say that we need to have an impeachment bill. If you Google, you realize that Mark Golding worked on the impeachment bill, drafted the impeachment bill, right? But what happened in 2000, right? Now in 20, a general election won, right? And what happened? Andrew Holness, again.
Landslide.
Victory, a landslide victory, right? As it relates to 49 and PNP now 14. What does that mean, people?
Don't move that. Make with us, Andrew. Make with us something here, so and make
Yeah,
because you know why you pat up your head.
Yeah.
You know, so the voting population, make with us break down something to you. Well, there was a landslide, I know really no landslide. Not even landslide, not at all, no land, no slide. Them just run out with that because in a 2016, the vote we are 1.9 million people registered for vote, right? And out of that, 800 and something thousand people vote. So the PNP, the popular vote is the JLP 137,000 and 437,000 couple hundred. PNP 430,000 couple hundred. So a difference like 7,000, right? In a 2020 election now, when them call landslide, that time them are win without 2,000 now and them thing, they know say them now win because the PNP people them like them have more sense. And now come vote in a pandemic. Okay? So what happened is them people have a bag of money over there, so including some SSL money and all kind of things. You know that, right?
Yeah.
But say the total will come vote now. JLP, with all the money with them spend and say this man popular, him get 407,000 votes. Lose 30,000.
Less than the previous election.
PNP have 300 and something thousand votes. Because I like 100,000, 100 and something thousand. Never turn out. Remember, you know? And I like Andrew, come and gain pan the 437,000. So you say my client. No, lose 30,000 votes, brother.
Yeah.
Remember the PNP, them not come out. And I like them switch because them come out and vote and then and gain and get 500,000. So you could have said, yeah, Andrew do something. Even if I lame down, so I'm not ready. So I'll do mystics a landslide. Them will go call it about the brother and land not at all. But I say they come vote. Yeah. So I'm frustrated of fear Andrew. We understand this. The people them go look it up. Find it in our brother.
And you're right, you know, Ian, because we don't want swelling your head. I believe that you understand Jamaica people look man vote. So what we got Owen clarified that. You understand? But we only speak of it because it is recorded in that records. But when you understand, clarify, you understand as it relates to the amount of people who voted for him, and Wayne is 110% right.
Yeah, man, the numbers don't lie, man. The numbers them don't lie.
In double 21%.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. That's not a mandate.
21%.
Yeah, that is not a mandate to be ruling the way I'm ruling.
That disqualified the man as a
Yeah, disqualify him.
21%.
Altogether. Should have an own parliament. There should be an own parliament. Because you can't rule with 21%. But let me just.
That's a no dictator, brother. Can't
Yes.
All right. So what happened as it relates to the 2020 general election? Now that the electoral map changed as it relates to GLP 149, right?
Yeah.
And the PNP 140.
Yeah.
Right? You put that together, you get the 63 members who represent Parliament. All right? What that had given Andrew Holness is what we are seeing today. You are just giving him, you have just earned a reckless dictator, ultimate power. Simply means that now Andrew Holness doesn't need the PNP, you understand, to try to argue points and try to convince, you understand, as it relates to policy, as it relates to law, but they can just use their 49 and pass certain policies in Parliament or certain laws in Parliament because they have the 2/3 majority to do that. So officially speaking, they don't need the PNP. Now let me teach some people a lesson.
But don't move again. Let me just say something before I teach you. That's finished.
Yes.
So I'm going to think a balance way past certain things because some things them can pass. And
Yes.
Senate,
Yes.
because in the Senate you have a 21 somewhere on there, right?
Yes.
Yes. And
Yes.
30,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
you see them have need an extra one. That's why they make it a way, you know, that means you have to have somebody go class. But here with them to know with certain things, them can with the constitution reform, certain things will not pass. But you know, and because it make a way. But you have some other things them can pass just on the house and then go put it in a place.
Yes.
So when the opposition, you know, I'm like with the when they want to mash up the little youth them and then come with at the first in the history of Jamaica, by the way, you ever have so much what I mean state of emergency. Never in the history of Jamaica. And use that and I know what that for. Okay?
Yes.
But when we do know when it expires for 14 days, them try to push the PNP under the box. I say, they don't want with me for the what? State of emergency, the police them arm them with weapon and mass destruction. You want to use state of emergency. To calm them down. I give them sword, give the police powers.
Yes.
The same get a youth, you not hurt nobody from PSOJ, you're fucking them for fuck off, you know.
Yes.
Who can't hurt no get a youth boy, you make we see, you know. We are no can't be friend and get a youth and we get wise up. You understand? I know none of the big boys them are going to prison, you know. No, we never see one of them big boys that go to prison from PSOJ. No,
Soon.
We never see one of them go to prison.
Soon.
Eh?
Soon. Mistake before you continue, I want to just give them what you just talk about.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
The 49.
Yes.
It is so deadly.
Yes.
Against the 14.
Yes.
When they don't need the PNP.
Yes.
And the splitting example. Let's go to St. Thomas and go to a guy named Washi.
Yes.
Who lost his life recently.
Yes.
And a by-election supposed to held. And them coming at the House of Parliament but last week rushed through a bill that the PNP has never laid eyes on and use the majority and pass it and set back for 3 more. When you never set a date for a local government election, you know. But now you can ask for extension for 3 more months. So that is how powerful the majority is. So when we over here at night time,
yes,
and we are tell people say no less than 63.
Yes.
No less than 63 gonna cut it. Because when time Golden and the crew come in with laws for bangle these, we don't want no obstacle in the way.
Yes.
If we put obstacle in the way, Uno not go get the service. Uno not go get no justice. The only way Jamaican people can get justice is to wipe out the Jamaica Labour Party clean.
So right.
The majority is important. Finish
All
me, brother.
You know,
I just want, you know, put something together now for, you know, highlight some other entities that also have strong backing behind the corruption. And I want to single for G2K, Jamaica for Justice, Church, and the PSOJ. Those four arms, a lot of people don't know them surround this corrupt government.
true.
And this is why we have these type of corruption widespread right across the whole length and breadth of Jamaica.
Yes.
Because G2K need to dismantle. Jamaica for Justice need to move and go one side. The church, them not on a vice. And them one side. Them always take side with the government. Because you know them get them tax rebate move and everything. The PSOJ, them are criminal. Aided and abetting by the government. So until we dismantle these four organizations to an extent and put them in a them rightful place where them belongs, we have a problem with Jamaica and corruption.
All
So
right.
the incoming government, I know, will have to take close look and scrutinize some of these little organizations that farm in a Jamaica where we see them not playing them role where them supposed to play. Them not have no form of input in the society in a Jamaica where you can look on it and say, well, yes, benefit is coming from this organization. When you look on G2K, them is an organization of crime and corruption.
True.
They are very detrimental to Jamaica society. Jamaica for Justice is the worst justice you can ever get as it relates to justice. Because them see I'm blind and hear and deaf.
Mm-hmm.
The only time them see something and talk about is if it relates to the Jamaica Labour Party. But once it's something to do with the common man in the society, it's a scant respect them pay towards that. The church, them not have nothing to say more than collect the people their money. Because you can't tell me say a country with so many church per capita that is ranked #1 in the world have not seen some brutal execution style of murder in Jamaica committed by the Jamaica Defense Force and the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And we also have, you know, reputed allegation where people have been murdered by the state, allegedly. So when we stay from this far distance and can look at what is happening in Jamaica, don't tell me that all of these entities don't see what we see. Because when you have a group of people so strong worldwide like the church, that should be there for everyone. Remember, everyone going to church or Christian, you know, regardless of what nomination. The church should be there for the people in Jamaica. Because the church should be for the people, but the church is for the government. And we see where the church is embroiled and entwined in corruption. The PSOJ, they are just robbing the country, left, right, and center. They're bringing in the drugs, they're bringing in the guns, them doing all type of shenanigans in our country. So we have to get rid of them four major stakeholders in the Jamaica Labour Party. And a lot of these people, them have to go to prison. People like Al Miller, him should have been in prison long time. Remember, I'm a part of the church community, you know. Him should have been in prison long time and some pastor were rape and all these things. So when I say Andrew Holness I run to some ladies from within the church for get them ratification upon the constitution and them say, well, them not see nothing wrong with it. I want to ask these women from the church, are you more educated and more edifying to discuss the Constitution than Mark Walden and Senator Motley and Mr. Hilton? No, you're not qualified. What you're qualified, in my estimation, to speak about is injustice as it relates to crime and corruption. Leave the Constitution alone. Because if we did not have Mark Walden and the strong opposition that withstood the capacity of signing this Constitution, you know what would happen to Jamaica today? Jamaica would have joined 80 neck and run past 80 in a short space of time. Because all we have at our disposal is a corrupt government who seek to enrich themselves and impoverish the nation and kill out the youth them, as we say. And when you have all video related evidence, them don't even look on it, them don't mention it. No, you can't have video evidence that is at the paramount of the world security network. They all look at videos to help them solve them crime. But in Jamaica, the video is just something that them neglect to even coincide with. And the facts are there, and them try to go around it, and go around it, and go around it, and then them put the case in a deep pool of water and drown it. But we the right here, you know, to keep them cases there alive and keep them burning, not drowning.
Exactly.
Yeah, keep the fire, ignite them cases here. Because some serious case committing at Jamaica, where some high stakeholder have to pay the price. And the price not gonna be nice, you know. I'm telling them the price not going to be nice. Because I know some serious crime committing at Jamaica, and some big man now have to start know what the prison look like. A time for them knowing a prison look like and how it smell. It can't be the average people in a society who cannot commit these big crime like these drugs coming into Jamaica and the shipment of gun and the whole heap of where you call now killing, where you take out it. Get up people now have them money that you take out it from them one another. So who is funding and fueling these type of activities? We have to get to the bottom of these things now. It's not just moving these people out of office and put them one side, you know. We have to bring some case to the table and bring the people involved to bear the penalties that go inside with the cases we have in front of it. Them murder where we see are going, all them big man we are cut them little youth neck and nothing now come out tight and people are hold on them phone like so well then. How are going to Jamaica? Them things they have to stop. When you commit an offense, you have to face the law. And the law is a clean and transparent law we're going to put in place. So if you're not guilty, you can't go to prison, you know.
Right, that's right.
Other type of system that we want in Jamaica in the coming terms of government. Nobody not for fear for face justice. Because the justice what we are looking for is a clean judicial system with reputable people doing a reputable job. No hanky-panky job and no money and no buyout case. Them things they have been done with. That's why the case them can't clear up. That's why we have so much backlog sitting down there in front of the magistrate. And people are play around with them. We see them corrupt some high-profile case and they have to release people now. Because them tamper with it. From beginning, them have play tag and war with it so it get tamper. So when it come to London and Privy Council look on it, Privy Council find there are flaws. So they send it back to the DPP to prosecute back down in Jamaica. So all of them money, they are waste of money. That's how Jamaica run. We have to stamp out them little hanky-panky business there. Hanky-panky can't run Jamaica. Jamaica have to see itself on international level where crime and security is concerned. That's why we have these type of level 3 and level 4 and travel advice against Jamaica right now. Because this government has run Jamaica underground. Not into the ground, you know. Underground. That's what them care Jamaica. Nobody can see Jamaica now in the eyes of the world anymore, you know. The paradise gone. Where it's gone, I don't know. Because this current administration run it underground. Crime has gone through the roof.
But like, if you're following the trail of things, you don't know, see the paradise gone at least flat on Beverly Hills.
Well,
Simple.
I would conjure to that as well,
Yes,
Byron, because I just so we see it go, you know. Yeah. As it
exactly.
relates to some people finding some money in 2012. Never have none 2011, but find a whole truckload of money in 2012. And them so dishonest, them not give it back. Now I expect when you put a leader for the country and find them vast amount of money in 2012, you know. You should have give it back. Because remember, you know, you never declare nothing like that prior to 2012. But 2012 would take off like rocket and go moon in a big investment project. Not valuing millions now, but valuing billions. So we now have to look on the facts that we have in front of us and unravel it and ask some very strong questions. And look on some sector of people who know them help corrupt Jamaica. And we ask them look at G2K for scrap. Jamaica for justice for scrap.
Like, I don't cut you. But you just stated something that these people find some money where you know where them find it, but at least them could have shared it with the vulnerable of Jamaica and still take peace. And when you look on it, you know, these two people, you know, remember, say one of them used to follow his mother go to market, go sell in night, you know.
Exactly.
And remember, say one of them never have a job from him born in his life, you know. Come out of university and was student loan, you know. That's for sure broke and pauperizing them is, you know.
Correct.
Eh? And they are
Correct.
the two richest person you have to say in Jamaica right now. Think about that. Anyway, anyway, continue, my brother.
You know
Yes, so
you know my thing hurt me so much, and I'm very serious. We in Lonesome starting, right? And yeah, we know that we are in a Emancipation Day, and we ain't wanted to play, of course, Mark Golden reference to Emancipation Day.
Yeah.
I prefer to hear from Mark Golden alone.
Yeah,
correct.
To hear from, look here. I don't even click on Andrew Holness, right? Emancipation Day speech. I see it, but there's no need for me to do it. Yeah. You know the reason why? You know the reason why, Arrow? You know the reason why I lied? Wayne. Here's a man. What is he going to come out and say after he just had a recent attack on the Maroons? No.
Well, Jaja.
What Andrew Holness is going to come out and tell Jamaica people where you are doing everything to hold down SSL report. You understand? For people to see. What Andrew Holness is going to tell us when Juliet Holness, right, is building at least flat, right, development that costs over $800 million in value, and rumor has it out there, let me say, that the least flat structure is the least of 3 other structures that Julius Holness is building. Now, let's speak of them being a billionaire, which is so true. So then when you have the Integrity Commission looking at Andrew Holness 2019 statutory declaration. Now, you know what? Like, let me back up something before me get there, because I don't want
Yeah, man, go ahead, man.
So we reach a Mark Golding. We reach the 2020 electoral map. And what the electoral map says, 49-14. It was a definitely deadly blow to the Jamaican people, right? And so then, when you see a lot of things being happening, because people who are ignorant, right, of our laws, right, makes its way through the parliament from the lower house to the upper house to the prime minister office, and then it goes to the governor general. The governor general signed off on it and ascending it into law. So people need to understand the process and realize that what they had done, giving Andrew Holness 49 and PNP 14, PNP cannot do anything. The same ignorant people, because they are ignorant and they don't even realize that they are the one that commit their self-inflicted wounds. They are the ones saying, oh, Mark Golding not do nothing. Oh, Mark Golding. I hear several vloggers.
Yeah, man.
That is because of their ignorance.
Yes, man.
I say to myself, oh my God, you don't know why Mark Golding cannot do anything? Mark Golding doesn't have the numbers. So then what Mark Golding going to do? You know what they expect Mark Golding to do? Galvanize crowd, go there and march and pine on the government, call mainstream media, when you look down very blah, blah, blah. That is not the way. When you have a government rule, it's one government at a time.
Yeah.
They are telling Mark Golding to have the PNP put in trouble, you understand, to go there campaigning against the government. You understand, an incumbent government people, you need to understand your laws before you come out and say foolishness. And so then people from time to time on social media hear them, Mark Golding now said none, Mark Golding silent, Mark Golding pure, Mark Golding this. Get it, all done, get it in our head.
Sure.
He cannot do anything. He has 14 and the JLP has 49. And even when I tell them now, you're going to hear some of them. Yes. That. You understand the ignorance of these people, you understand, is what causing the entire political problem. Let us go on. As a result of Andrew Holness now, with the Integrity Commission Act, that is now holding Andrew Holness and the illicit 7, because we're not talking about Andrew Holness, you understand? Me not ask no question. Let me talk it now. Let me make it come out of my mouth. Me know 2 of the illicit 8. 2. Me sure of 2, which is Andrew Holness and his wife.
Because
they must.
Information you have.
A certainty that, man. That a certainty.
10%. You understand? Because both of them file together. If Andrew Holness in a problem, Juliet Holness in a problem.
Juliet in a problem.
Andrew in a problem, Juliet in a problem. So are them the 2 then. You understand? So then, because of Andrew Holness of the 49 power, what Andrew Holness did to Mark Golding, as it relates to Mark Golding now trying to put in an impeachment bill. Because remember in 2015, Andrew Holness promised that, that in the first 100 days,
yeah,
for an impeachment bill, all of that, him talk about, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, sir.
You understand? But when him get the 49, you understand, and 14, guess what? He sits on the impeachment bill. So then let us ask this question. If Andrew Holness was a government who want checks and balance and transparency, would Mark Golding stop the impeachment bill? No.
No.
It's because he knows that The impeachment bill is going to hold him accountable. And he knows that, you understand, Andrew Holness is the pirate of the high seas, particularly the Caribbean Sea.
Definitely.
He's the pirate of the Caribbean Sea. You understand? Hunting for treasures. And that's why he finds himself now, you understand, up in a maroon town. You understand? Because he's the pirate of the high seas.
Yes,
People
man.
want to follow me, you know.
Yeah,
He
man.
finds himself in a problem also as it relates to the $1.7 trillion unaccounted for.
Yeah,
You
man.
understand? 3 offices as it relates to the Auditor General, you understand, responsible for the $1.7 trillion missing from our treasury. Let us name the 3 offices. Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, and people. Guess and tell me, who is the next office?
Office of the Prime Minister.
The office of the Prime Minister, which he is the main perpetrator. When people bashing rural read, yes, it's fine to bash rural read, but rural read learn it from Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness, you understand, caught up into an investigation prior to rural read associated with him. Andrew Holness' investigation started in 2006 to 2009. Where was rural read? Rural read wasn't there.
Still at Jamaica College.
Rural read wasn't there. So when
Still at Jamaica College.
Yes, when Andrew Holness went on Cliff Hughes' program, right, in 2022, right, and tried to tell Fitz Henley that, you know, I came into the politics because I'm under investigation now. He want to justify all of that. All of that, what I'm saying, also put him in a trouble with the Integrity Commission. You know, I brought in $47 million into the politics. Okay. Since you brought in $47 million in the politics, our mystic sensation are aromatic and light and we need to do. Let us check when you come in at the politics.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Simple.
So when did you come into the politics? You came into the politics 1997. 1997, Andrew. So
Exactly.
then you came into politics 1997. Prior to that, Andrew Holness, you didn't have any business. You did not have one business. Right? So then, if you did not have one business, how did you get $47 million for coming in 1997? No, let us prove the evidence. Now we caught Mrs. Holness, you understand, giving excellent speech about our wedding with Andrew Holness. You understand? In 1997, what Juliet Holness said. You know,
For the wedding.
he didn't have any money in 1997.
Fish fry. Fish fry.
This is the man who told Fitz Henley in 2021 that he brought in $47 million into the politics.
Same here.
The very same year.
And here's why he said in the 1997, we have to run fish fry.
Oh, God.
So when you look at all these things and see what Andrew Holness is doing, you understand, promising all the people what he needs to promise them, you understand, and when it finish, one do in Dutch poison for all the way. So when Andrew Holness, I tell you, say, no vote for the PNP. Because when they win, they're going to throw poison on you. What Andrew Holness was telling the people, you understand, was what he had planned to do. Why Andrew Holness planned to do it from day one? Let us back up people. When Andrew Holness came in, Andrew Holness knew very well, as per standard, right, you signed the code of conduct. Andrew Holness decided from day one that him and along with his members of parliament, you understand, him along with the 48 members, they are not going to sign the code of conduct. Why Andrew Holness decided not to sign the code of conduct? because Andrew Holness knew very well what he was planning to do. That's why, people, I am confident in saying that right now the Integrity Commission is doing more digging, and then by the time the year to done, to complete, to be completed, you might have more added to the illicit aid.
Yeah, more go added, man.
Exactly. What seems to be happening now, and remember the Integrity Commission told them that, okay, the situation with Andrew Holness, right, will soon be explained. The reason for that, because the Integrity Commission statutory declaration that he had submitted, of course, it is affecting previous statutory declaration that was submitted. So then let us make an inference. You understand? Let us perceive what that could be. It simply means that, oh, the Integrity Commission is now diplomatically saying to Andrew and saying to all of us that what Andrew Holness told them initially was a lie. Now, why it becomes significant as a lie? One of the signature items that Andrew Holness spoke about in defense to justify his illicit enrichment, as it relates to the house in Beverly Hills, he said that he used mortgage, right, to facilitate that. And he also used return and investment from JMB and from SSL to facilitate that. Now, let us do our deep dive, get into what Andrew Holness said. Okay, he said he used mortgages, he has a mortgage, and so for the mortgage facilitate him having the home. We had investigate all the banks, our banks being investigated. Andrew Holness doesn't have one mortgage in the bank, none of the bank. None of the bank Andrew Holness has any mortgage. So then we have to debunk the mortgage. Now let us go beyond the mortgage. Andrew Holness said he also got return on investment on SSL. Hold on. Okay, all right, fine. But no, that is a problem. That is a problem. Because SSL, right? The shit touched the fan on SSL in 2021. Simple means that SSL has now brought to the public that they weren't doing any investment. SSL wasn't investing. What SSL was doing was stealing the investors' money. People, do you remember anything that resembles SSL? Let me tell you what resembles SSL. FinSac. FinSac. Now you understand the reason why Andrew Holness-led government doesn't want to reveal the FinSac report? No, they can't reveal the FinSac report because they know that FinSac, you understand, created by Edward Siaga and Dan Crawford and Paul Chen
Young.
Right? And who was running with Paul Chen Young in the 1990s?
The oligarch, man. You Craskery.
Then while people is saying, then, but hold on, but this is an easy case. Jean Panton said it is you, Craskery, who inveigled her to say what she said. You understand that she stole all of these money. So Jean Panton is now saying that she didn't do that. She was influenced by Craskery to say what she said. What our investigators done, Fitz Bailey, who is a political operative, not a police officer, totally not a police officer. If he was a police officer, Patrick Bailey would have been arrested, right? SSL would have been clarified. So we know that Fitzbailey is not a police officer, right? So then, Fitzbailey, let me ask a question. Haven't you heard what Jean Ann Panton said? Jean Ann Panton said that she was coerced by Hugh Croskery to say what she said. So then let me ask you, Fitzbailey, are you not going to interrogate Hugh Croskery? No, he can't. Because you know why he can't? He can't interrogate Hugh Croskery when Andrew Holness, Nigel Clark is a part of SSL. When you look on SSL, you are seeing the faces of Nigel Clark and Andrew Holness. Let me prove that to you. The reason being, 2016, right, in Portia time, Mama P time, Mama P, and this is why People's National Party deal with checks and balance. In between 2012 and 2016, under the Portia Simpson government, the Portia Simpson government flagged SSL. I want people to know that. Between the period 2012 to 2016, the Portia Simpson-led government flagged SSL for misappropriation of funds. If the People's National Party was there, SSL would have been closed down. Who came in power? Andrew Holness.
February 2016.
Yes.
Yeah.
As a result of that, now people, let us go on. Nigel Clark came into being 2017, but remember that Nigel Clark was a director in Andrew Holness' company, in a couple of Andrew Holness companies prior to venture into the political scene. So people need to understand that, where Nigel Clark and Andrew Holness, you understand, are coming from. Nigel Clark has been a director in roughly about 2 of Andrew Holness' company.
Please, Baron, sorry,
Yeah.
please tell them, say, in a golden administration, Nigel Clark, the road when they must send him with the finance ministry too,
Exactly.
So, that's why I see my eye down. Remember that fee saying that them dead.
Yes.
We know you're dead. We have the track record.
All right. So the situation now with SSL, right? Now Nigel Clark at the helm.
Yeah.
So then let us break this down. So when FSC, right, as it relates to the report, Nigel Clark taking over the baton would have understood the situation with SSL. But they know about SSL prior to that. Because Andrew Holness joined SSL in 2008. In 2008, Andrew Holness joined SSL. So Nigel Clark venturing to the Minister of Finance, you understand, and being with Andrew Holness would have also known, right, about the report and know that SSL is not really a viable company, but a Ponzi scheme, a scamming. So guess what? Nigel Clark pay no attention to any of that report because obviously they are the creators for SSL. So SSL automatically becomes a laundering machine for their political purposes.
Exactly.
You understand? And so then what happened is to find out as it relates to if we are to give Usain Bolt a talk, Usain Bolt is very silent. But if you are to give Usain Bolt a talk, I, as an investigator, would have asked Usain Bolt, who influenced you to join SSL?
Right.
That is an important question to ask Usain Bolt. And Usain Bolt might be silent on that because he knows that it goes right back up into the Harding. This goes right back up to the Croskery. It goes right back up there. You see what I'm saying? So then,
Yeah, man.
with all of the report flagging, one of the signature items on that particular report was SSL was misappropriating client funds from 2016. The big question to ask, if Andrew Holness wasn't a part of SSL, why Andrew Holness did not lose his money? People think.
Wise question.
Andrew Holness was not a part of SSL. Why Andrew Holness did not lose his money? As a matter of fact, let me tell you what Andrew Holness gained from SSL. In 2011, Andrew Holness got the first set of money out of SSL. And a Mystic Sensation, I said that, you know. His lawyer, Patrick Bailey, communicated that. Now, the first set of money that he got out of SSL was what he used to pay for the land at Beverly Hills. At Beverly Hills. In 2011, people go back and read it. And I want people to follow me with their internet. In 2011, he paid for the land in Beverly Hills in what? 4 separate transactions because he did not have all of the cash to pay for the house. How did he pay? How did he venture into SSL? Let me explain that. Remember that he joined SSL 2008. People write down 2008. Here where Andrew Holness get money from, and we how they all conspired around SSL between him, Andrew Holness, and Hugh Croskery. Remember the timeline of the investigation with the Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission timeline investigation was 2006 to 2009. So then the illegal awarding of contract that he gave to Gavin, right? Some of that money now would have put into SSL. Come, follow me, people. Follow me. We are travel. So then now you can understand why Andrew Holness joined SSL in 2008. But now in 2008, between the period 2008 to 2011, Andrew Holness got money from out of SSL. What that goes to say to me that Andrew Holness just doesn't have an ordinary profile account in SSL. I want to find out if Andrew Holness has shares in SSL. To do that, why Mystic Sensation is going there? SSL is a non-banking company. SSL is not authorized to give loans. So then on Patrick Bailey's own word in saying that in 2011, Andrew Holness got money out of SSL. Let me ask Andrew Holness, was it a loan? Because Andrew Holness can't come out and say it's a loan, you know? Because if it is a loan that Andrew Holness claimed that he got from SSL, Andrew Holness is supposed to be put in prison. Because Andrew Holness now would also facilitated a criminal act as it relates to inveigle a non-banking entity to offer him loan while he is the Prime Minister. So when Andrew Holness realized that that's too nasty, right, as it relates to him admitting that he had gotten a loan, so I'm asking Patrick Bailey, the first set of money that Andrew Holness got out of SSL, what was that? Patrick Bailey need to come out. So you see the reason why Patrick Bailey cannot be arrested? People, yeah. You see the reason why Patrick Bailey cannot be arrested? Because Patrick Bailey, you understand, have Andrew Holness' secret. So then they can't touch Patrick Bailey. That's why Patrick Bailey can come out and make Aromatic tell you what Patrick Bailey back broad like. Tataro.
Sharp shutter, same broad like sharp shutter, man.
Yeah, man.
Man, same back broad like sharp shutter. So them can't touch him.
Patrick Bailey cannot be touched because him back broad like sharp shutter because him of the Prime Minister's secret.
You know that a straight arrogance. that lead you to somewhere, and it lead you right back to Andrew Holness.
And not just Andrew Holness, you know, because him is this criminal attorney.
Yes.
Him know how to find ways to hide the money them and dodge. So no Andrew Holness alone him a dodge for him a dodge the whole heap of the Jamaica
The whole
Labour
heap of them, yeah,
Party
man.
supporters them. So
Yeah,
that's
man.
why them idolize him as this king, the untouchable.
Well,
But
Yes.
for how long? Always some of them they walk with tick, you know. We have pick where the tick and make them drop
No,
and
we
then
have to go for them, man. We have to go for them, man. Them have to get a case of the medicine.
What's all right? Tell the people them say. Patrick Bailey. Not just start par with Andrew Holness. Patrick Bailey and Siaga were best friends.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And that's how they link up, man.
So it is Patrick Bailey who teach them as it relates to how to set up shell companies. People want
Yeah.
to know. It is Patrick Bailey who set up ADMAT for Andrew Holness.
Yeah.
Set up other companies for Andrew Holness.
Yeah,
It's Patrick Bailey who did that.
He set around 6 stream and him talk.
Yes.
Not over, him talk.
You understand? So you must understand the relationship. You understand where Patrick Bailey, Andrew Holness, Nigel Clark, and the whole of them syndicate. So when Mystic Sensation is saying GLP is a criminal syndicate, believe us.
Exactly.
I am just exposing them. You understand? Now, when you look at that, all right, Xerox. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So, all of that, as it relates to where, you know, some of the corruption money between the investigation timeline 2006 to 2009, where we take some of that money and put into SSL, right? So then, Nigel Clark knew very well that, okay, that was like a Ponzi scheme, right? Other persons who put the money into SSL, they were planning to steal it, not to invest.
Yeah.
They were planning to steal all the people's money. So Bolt was influenced to put his money into SSL. Other people were influenced to put their money into SSL. And when it comes to that huge sum, what happened in 2021, right, was coming down, crashing down. And then guess what? Andrew Holness now would have gotten the intel from Nigel Clark that, look, they are going to lock shop now, you know. You understand? So go take out the remainder of your cash. So watch this now. Hear the wickedness of the whole situation. They knew very well that SSL was all of that. But in order of their massive and their huge pilfering, you understand, from the Jamaican people and from our treasury, what Andrew Holness and Nigel Clark did, Andrew Holness and Nigel Clark also put NIS money into SSL, education tax money into SSL, and other
NHT
money into SSL.
Yes.
All of those monies right now being shared amongst, you understand, the criminal entity. So when Nigel Clark now run out the other day and said, okay, he's going to rush SSL company because SSL company want to wind up the company, and he's shaping out like he's defending SSL. Nigel Clark is not defending SSL. If Nigel Clark was defending SSL, Nigel Clark could have shown the Kroll report. Yes. So Jamaica, let me tell you this plain and straight and simple. You are not going to see the Kroll report. You are not going to see the FinSac report, because the Kroll report and the FinSac report are showing you the syndicate of the criminal syndicate. Now, let us back up. Andrew Holness MO, as it relates to modus operandi of his criminal intent, has been now established, you understand, as it relates to at the Maroon territory. Now, look, let me show you the modus operandi that Andrew Holness did. Now, Andrew Holness do all of what he did as it relates to SSL, as it relates to the corruption. But what Andrew Holness did, right, as his wife, Speaker of the House, not only that he has his wife as Speaker of the House, the wife sits on the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee. Other persons in the corruption with him, you understand, also sits on the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee. So what happened now? You have now the criminals investigating their own investigations. Let us back up. When it comes to, right, the forestry situation with the maroon, you hear them run out now and say that they are doing investigation. What you have are the forestry department under Andrew Holness led government. Let us go back. Just like how you have Juliet Holness sits on the Integrity Commission Oversight, want to investigate, you understand, their own corruption. Andrew Holness utilize it again. Now, having the government entity, you understand, where they are the ones, you understand, who steal, you understand, the precious woods, you understand, and want to tell people now that they are investigating and willing now to bring down Curry, you understand, into their mess. So this goes to show you, when Mystic said, I don't want to hear nothing about Andrew Holness talking about emancipation speech. Emancipation speech, boy must say.
No, him can't talk no more now.
Yeah, this
can't convince nobody around here, sir.
We get rid of him, we move him. We don't want no speech from him. Him no emancipate. A matter of fact, he might move more like a slave driver to the people in Jamaica, and that's true.
Yeah, but
so they less fortunate, you know.
the thing.
You understand? I want to show you something to you now. I want to show you something. Look on this. Look how them behave. Look on them behavior. Lambert Brown, that's something that this around 2021 or something. I just hear dark father-in-law. When you hear who? Dark father-in-law, I tell Lambert Brown. Like you so far, Lambert Brown, the family, you know. I tell him the dry tongue. Hey, look here.
For a joint select committee. You don't hear that?
Mr. President, you want to step into the fore. Mr. President, it is well known. No, I'm not. It is well known, Mr. President, that we in the Senate and this side have independence. We never sign any undated letter. We are not like you who sign undated letter. We on this side have the capacity to say
don't draw my tongue in here today. You know?
No, I don't draw my tongue.
Because everybody knows I want to reach over there. So don't try that with me. Don't try that.
Yeah, man, that's rewind, man.
Invitation for a joint select committee. You don't hear that?
Mr. President, you want to step into the fore. Mr. President, it is well known. No, I'm not. It is well known, Mr. President, that we in the Senate and this side have independence. We never sign any undated letter. We are not like you who sign undated letter. We on this side have the capacity to say
don't draw my tongue in here today.
No, I don't draw my tongue.
Because everybody knows I want to reach over there. So don't try that with me. Don't try that with me in here.
I don't draw the tongue.
Don't try it.
I don't draw the tongue.
Who sell and who buy position in the Senate. So don't draw my tongue here. And when I use that phrase, I'm quoting a well-known Jamaican Prime Minister. Don't draw my tongue in here today.
If you come into the arena, if you come into the arena,
but yeah, them piece of shit, you know, man. But hold on, panel, hold on a second, the panel. Make I just wait with something here. You hear him in the background? I tell the man, say the man fucking face it. In a parliament, this piece of shit, dark father-in-law, all criminal.
When
This piece of dog shit now in a parliament that behave like that. No wonder them go around and thief the maroon them lumber. Cause thief them a thief maroon lumber to make money for run election, you know, because SSL crash.
But you know, like
Them feeding tree dead. So them have to find ways I mean.
No man, not dead. Them just a thief. Them just a professional criminal. Them a chopper.
Yeah.
Feeding tree not dead. Them just a chop and thief everything. Cause remember a criminal them. Thief land this. Remember you know. Them thief and beer kickback and everything a criminal. And by the way, when you talk for a while, you never meant that catch a dirty thinking bully, you know. Catch it bully them and the police, you know. And go to them, you know. So you can't
yes.
them go to prison too. Nah,
them don't go get leave out through Byron did come in, man. But you know we don't endorse them the nasty thinking policeman as criminal them. Yeah.
Catch it bully and no body with both no clap, man have the clap. Him not listen me. Catch it bully at the lowest of the low, you know. Him is a puppet for Holness. Him the other day give something come out to them and say, Big Mama said catch his bully them give the thing and I said come from Iraq. Remember him in charter crime, catch his bully. So when you know every time him them run go call Big Mama and carry people name. Him not doing a police work. That's what they must say, you know, broken this and you know, breaking news. When you look Big Mama them a break news and them catch his bully make up when you look. Them a burn down God knows. Them a burn down, I try burn, well, them come up with a thing that talk some bag of bullshit. And when you look at yourself, somebody a film it, you know. I'm moving and then pan it out and then somebody will go in it and them a tell about a camera. Camera and move some man.
Yeah. When was this guy elected to the Senate?
Which one that father-in-law?
Yeah, when was he elected to the Senate? As the leader of the Senate?
Yeah, I'm to put in the top one.
When? 2016?
And then at fair time now, man. I think I even
about that. Around them time. Him there from Andrew come in.
All right. You know, said that boy they get promise that they would make him be Speaker of the Senate if he make a certain case go the way it go.
You remember that father-in-law this?
Eh?
You remember this is that
the man will just get released and him when they pan the case.
Me not go pan that man. Listen me. We not go pan that. But we have said that father-in-law. That man is a one dark part. He's not supposed to see in the Senate. That me I tell you.
Well, we know that.
Look up that part for me, now, man. When I want to Google up that part now. Look up that part for me.
Yeah, man. In my
renowned.
You know who is that part, man?
Oh,
renowned gang leader, man.
That alone.
Renowned gang leader, you know.
Oh, you ever want that father-in-law in a past law, brother? Him two gun missing, you know. One killer attacking at the man in a 120. Nobody no break their
exactly. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. A thing like firearm, two of them go miss one day.
I run that miss and you know. Eh? Attack father-in-law, Mr. This, you know.
Exactly. That's why I said these people use people. That's why Byron used that thing before and said they are the party that they are. They are a mob party.
Yeah. Mob party.
They use people and then they get rid of because even when they put up the Wayne Vaz, look at this guy that name Philip Taylor.
Yes.
Philip Taylor. Famous Jamaica Labour Party blogger, you know.
Yeah.
And when this blogger gets shoot up, you know, then go and yard, you know.
See that?
Yeah, man.
What make it out? See that?
Even after terror. Look there.
Gang leader cut down, yeah, leaving a trail of terror.
Can you imagine? And at this, remember, you know, him grandson, his daughter, baby father, this. And them lose the two gun and you know, not all. No man get that. It's a dark father-in-law.
Yeah.
You understand? This part.
You just get.
Yes,
no, but you see all them things, you know. Hold on the arrow. You see all them things, you know. Them the thing that what you call dark day in Jamaica, you know. Them exactly. That dark day in Jamaica when you have a high profile man who sit within the House of Representatives as a cheerleader for the Senate, and him a share the same space with renowned young leader.
I go on. You know, I'm going to play this. I'll show you what that when you ask for a while. Now, when you have G2, the germs to kill, come out and do this. Germs to now thinking kill. Remember one of them, you know? I wait for two, you know, trouble look up at school. Remember, look like you know thing when you see one of them. You remember germs to kill, come out and say this. Look at people. I'm going to play about that father and I, you know. Me just by popular request. I'm going to play me right now, draw this cause popular request.
If you come on this side.
Invitation for a joint select committee. You don't hear that?
Mr. President, you want to step into the fore. Mr. President, it is well known. No, I'm not. It is well known, Mr. President, that we in the Senate and this side have independence. We never sign any undated letter. We are not like you who sign undated letter. We on this side
yeah, have the
capacity to say
don't draw my tongue in here today.
No, I don't draw my tongue.
Because everybody know how to reach over there. So don't bother try that with me. Don't try that with me in here.
I don't draw the tongue.
Don't try it.
I don't draw the tongue.
Who sell and who buy position in the Senate. So don't draw my tongue here. And when I use that phrase, I'm quoting a well-known Jamaican Prime Minister. Don't draw my tongue in here today.
If you come into the arena, you're going to get response. If you come. On this side, we don't sign undated letter of resignation. And no, not.
Hey, me not play dry talk. Me not get a piece there. Yeah, me not take the part for the runner. But look at now. Want to get a piece at the same time. Right? G2, the germs to kill. You see this?
Yes.
Young professional affiliate of the JLP germs to kill says it concerned that the alleged political activist photograph. Political activist photograph. Yeah? With PMP caretaker, political activist photograph. Look at who the matter. Let me just move that. This is a school, this is a teacher, you know? This is a teacher. G2 germs to kill said this, you know. Who gave the picture? I'll show you when somebody just go put up Sita. Look on the picture, look on this. Look on the house, look here. Now some little kids just see in a different house.
Yes.
It means this now, that means it's a political thing. This is how the people them think. So you pay always look green. Smell green and green. Green is not a nice thing, you know. They're like banana, but in the banana it's not green itself when you peel it. You know, I like guava, but the green thing there. Same. So if you wear anything that look orange, that look ripe, them say you're PMP. Who cares? So like Mystic, you're saying when you're cheering to all green, them are in them teeth, but you know, so you beat them. So you have the you understand? The orange them to mash up, you know. Because that's the style that. You understand? Yeah. Look here. You see it? I pay the kids, you know, that sports kid. And big dirty thinking nasty germs, mama. Run out. And make this a political thing. Who give him craps his bully? Himself, look here. So somebody said, come out and say, Big Mama said, look here. Then get from the police, like, come on, look here. Somebody I tell you, see there? Look here. See there? I have been liably informed that big nasty thinking mama said he was given the picture of Dwayne Vaz and the young teacher in the police custody by the high command of the JCF. This is what them do. They're not a police force, people. It's not a police force. It's a big dirty nasty. I don't know about that. You understand? Some millions up there. See? The man, them, the one them are do beat and foot and them thing there, you know. You can find them supposed to turn and them can't talk. It's so bad. That political party capture the force and do it like this. And when them capture it and do it, you know, you have again time and the one of them come out. And remember when them say 8 term, 9 term, 10 term. Remember now? 10-5 hour, 50 years. 10-5 na 50. So people love to keep him 50 years and more than that. Where get that from? The election, the last election, before this, the last general election, Anthony really, people now come out. 21% is not a win, It's not on fight, it's not a win prime minister. You could have 21% in the UK and run over.
That run over on parliament that. But this is how the man them play a thing called political ignorance, 'Cause, I mean, just check the man here, John, if you got add 10 more terms. If not live to that, sin I go kill him. People like water depend on him to survive to them age. But we see as we go back again upon the tragedy where
Make here when dual vibes have to come out, come set to the people then. Hold on, let me just clear this. I have to clear this before we go back, move from it. But I have to clear this. All right, I'm going to clear this. Because this is how you try to beat up the brethren and make it sound, Look at, hear this.
Vaz, Member of Parliament candidate for Central Westmoreland for the People's National Party. I feel compelled to address a recent article and photograph published by Nationwide News Network on their social media page. The article features a photograph of me alongside another man who is alleged to be involved in a recent shooting in the Grill. This photograph, however, was taken during a school sports day event where both that person in question and I were present, wearing orange shirts that represented the sports day house color for the group to which my son was assigned. The man in question is a teacher at the school where my son is a student, and his presence was purely in his capacity as an educator responsible for the Orange House on Sports Day. So seeing something like that on Nationwide, I think it's malicious, I think it's deliberate, and I think it's irresponsible for a media house to put out something like that. It seems like they're attempting to politically malign me, and by extension the People's National Party. So I am asking that Nationwide News, of course, withdraws this particular statement and apologize to me, my family, and the People's National Party.
Additionally, we believe that Nationwide's decision to publish this photograph and the accompanying insinuations and references is a deliberate and baseless attempt to politically malign Mr. Vaz and by extension the PNP. Such actions are irresponsible. They detract from the pressing issues at hand, revealing a broader political agenda. Nationwide has a documented history of politically biased reporting favoring the Jamaica Labour Party. This latest publication is a further example of their ongoing efforts to discredit PNP representatives and divert public attention from critical national issues such as crime and violence. These issues demand our collective focus and constructive action, not political mudslinging and unfounded attacks. Authentic journalism should adhere to the principles of truth, fairness, and integrity. It is deeply troubling that Nationwide has chosen to forsake these principles in favor of politically motivated reporting. Their actions undermine not only the credibility of journalism, but also the trust of the Jamaican people who deserve unbiased and truthful news. Moreover, the recent shooting in Negril is a heinous crime that requires the full attention and cooperation of the community and law enforcement. Diverting attention from this serious incident with political agendas hinders the efforts of the police in solving one of the most significant crimes to have occurred in Westmoreland in recent times. The PNP is urging Nationwide to reflect on its journalistic responsibilities and to recommit to ethical reporting practices that serve the best interests of all Jamaicans.
So we're not doing something right away, you know, and let's up on them, you know. Now, doing VARs don't do nothing in them sports, you just look on that and then take a picture. Then take a picture, you know, right? And if them want to turn it and then big dirty thinking G2K, them run out. That's why I say them not good, you know, them to get can them upon, right? Them run out with that. Never, and a reality, you know. But for that brand, and then them run out with that. But look on this for reality now. Look on this. Look on this. Yeah. Okay.
The following is paid for by the People's National Party.
Who paid $50,000 to help free Judas?
The exact figure for the payment to the law firm was $49,912.62.
Just tell us, Mr. Prime Minister, who paid the $50,000?
I can't recall. It was party funded.
Too much life. It was party funded, so the one of them guilty them for fuck off. Me don't talk with them. You hear that, while party funded.
Yeah, man, party funded, man.
You hear this? But do do not go right away. You pay political thing and want to go political point, you know, and put up the man and say about is that can when them say my activist.
Political activist.
He just have something like this, he's an activist. But this now one of the biggest criminal, you know, to some point out all the time. Me I talk about a man where US and them want and the gang when run kill over 1,000 man over there. And the party come together, but the government at the time come together and pay 50,000 US. I know them say the party beat. So you tell me now, you can look up on a party there and say that's a party for your country and it should have in a country. It's a political organization. What you talk about it now?
First we go back on G-Few. You say them call them now G-Few gay.
G2K.
G-Few gay. G-Fews. Okay, so them come out and then show that thing there with VARs. But let us go back to August 11, 2022, when this guy, Philip Taylor, who was a top blogger for the Jamaica Labour Party, who was seen in photograph personally with the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness.
Yes.
And the wife of Darrell Vaz. Who made gun and military extras seized at murder JLP blogger house.
Okay. Okay. G2, what G2K say?
Nothing.
Okay.
Neither of them nor nationwide, nothing about it.
Okay. James to kill, man. James.
How that arrow?
James to kill. James to kill.
This was he died in 2022, but I have the photograph. I can send with Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the guy.
Yeah. Wait there.
Yeah. Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the guy. The guy who made gun and military things seized that murder JLP blogger house.
Yes. Sentence. Yes. Sentence.
Yeah, sentence them same there. But the thing about it, what may I say, thing about it, and you say something about this party, they use you and then abuse you. Because this is it. We know that the police force cannot do nothing without the Andrew Holness administration. Andrew Holness give them the go-ahead to speak. So this blogger, who blogged for the Jamaica Labour Party, and after he was murdered, police go in yard, go find who made gun and all kind of thing and military this and that, and then publicize it. Read between the lines.
Yes.
Read between the lines. Somebody was getting out of line.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're not getting trouble, you know.
Yeah. Have to move him. Have to move him, man. Have to move him.
Yeah.
Have to move him.
So they don't
well, we know how to them operate. We know how to them operate. Use and refuse. Get rid of you.
Yeah. Yes, so G2K and your brother, me tell you tonight early on, nationwide is the biggest threat to our democracy.
Yeah.
And if PNP should win, then it sees their license, man. Run them out of town.
If PNP should win, when PNP win.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The license for seize.
Exactly. Right.
And as me point out, a whole heap of people need for all in front of the new justice system where we are going to inaugurate. Because we are going to run them all bang around here, you know.
Who them, man?
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Criminal road read.
Yeah.
Where the man on them campaign trail, where the man under investigation, but the man upon campaign trail with them. I hide. Because them can't show him up front, you know. So them hide him on the campaign trail.
Yeah.
Look on this.
Yeah.
This suit of them run out with and look there. You see that? But it's better than royal breed.
Exactly.
Because this man that teach about roll read is a criminal, known pata cat.
Yeah, man,
criminal.
Yeah. If him case in front the court, you know. So you is a convicted criminal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let me ask you something, man. Let me ask you something. I have to ask you this, you know. Right? If you get a job as a you know, say when I want to return a member of parliament, say education minister, I will get a job as the advisor. And then all of a sudden you say I build a house for Beverly Hills and I have two sons that run me and them name and matter run this and you know you never have no money. You was an advisor for me doing a one. They try to have an advisor.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All of a sudden, I take you now, I put you in a minister now. In the same ministry. I'm soon when people say when just start chop money and chop this and take her on help and chop some money and take her and whop in a book. And when you look around go 30,000 and them draw millions and them sees the book put in a name. I put name in a driver. So what you think? If the people them have sense, when them just think say, uno just get up and chop so monkey see, monkey do man.
No,
So you
exactly.
You that eat at school and everything, you just get up and just start chop. You have followed the same line. Oh, money chop. It just trail back the line as so them trail and bust things, you know. Because your advisor, and why you not going to prison? Because if you go to prison, them trade, they might have cut chat and them thing, and then you bust everything. So what we are trying to do is long it out that you know go to prison.
Yes.
You know, I will let you go by next year or something. It must work.
But why I'm doing now, Wayne? Why this man doing now? Him put him friend them in places because remember, you know, when them thief the money, you know, they share it, you know.
Yeah.
So him now go do it. So him put them in the department there, and then send the money through them, and then thief it. And when they meet up now, it says if you're 20%, that's if you're 10 there, if you're 5 there.
No. Same say go around. That's how it is.
It name kickbacks. When we call them PayPal now, you know, them are PayPal.
Yeah.
So them pay, you know, pay, and them are
That's exactly how it is.
Yes.
Well, that is why I want to add a little bit more to the invasion of the maroon, them sovereignty and them rights.
Yes.
And steal the people them lumber. Because it's a network of criminal we know run Jamaica. And this vast amount of lumber will have come out of the place, nearly 1,000 square foot of lumber. It value a vast amount of money, you know.
Yes.
And no little small duplicate of people can run the ring there. Because that is a sensitive area where you go where you're not supposed to go. So you know these people are going to have the backing of the hierarchy behind them. As it relates to, you know, go there and just disregard who them for disregard and just go take lumber out of the people in place.
Yeah.
Because them have some big furniture company where we don't know about or some big furniture contract where we don't know about. So would I like the forestry department to come outline to we, why did you go into the maroon territory and stole the lumber without any form of accountability between you, the forestry department, and the maroon chief as it relates to the stamping of the lumber for the accountability of the lumber?
like this. Me send you with some maroon something, I'm gonna show you. Just take your phone and they can read up everything when me just give factual thing. So this are with the cheap and everything. Me give it to you now. Me go now.
Yeah, but it look on it, you know.
All right, so
Earlier on.
Are the new things. So you have some people where they try to capture the land from long time and I work with Babsy Grange and everything. Just read through the thing, no, man, and then you get the whole thing, and you get the whole thing. Because them same way, you know, read through the thing, and you have a girl who have trouble with the chief. You want me to put it up?
Yeah, put it up.
Tomorrow or something, but after came back because it's bigger than what we are talking about. So then she have the TV, she starts saying you dirty boy and one bag of food.
Yeah, man, read it, man. Read it.
Read it. So these are the latest.
You want to put it up here now? Could go through it again? Put it up and run through it.
I read just all right. Let me just all right. So this when the man say the 2048 was number, they see that it is clean. Can I show you when the man leave? Them leave before that. Them go and them clear the lumber. But after them go clear the lumber, I'm gonna move this. After them go clear the lumber now, them have I'm going to look at thing here. I would like give them the update, you know. I would like give them the update. I want to have an update with Dalvin Walker to Scrappy Walker, you know. You see? Let me see the update, the mistake. All right, see the girl, yeah. See the girl, yeah. All right, see the family, yeah. Let me say about this. Yeah, apply. See what she has to yeah. So she a part of them and you know one. I run through this. So I care about them own chief and make him come talk up on this. But I just put a piece of this. So them I work with the Andrew Holness them and them and Cougar friend and them I do some little things in depth. You understand? Because some court case and all kind of things are going to, you know. So, you know, we know, so we're going to follow it up. So, Andrew, this man can do something when you can't see this, right? You see it? Old thief then, see that? She did. Applies baby girl, applies by girl, see how that? Yeah. See that? I was born and raised, yeah, you boy.
Dirty head, Corey.
Yeah, Corey. Tell the people the truth and what your intention are.
Yes.
All you are doing is spreading misinformation for your own gain while using the PPL of the community to achieve such gain. People, since it is yours, why didn't you go today, boy? Hey, boy, lift up. Do I look like maroon? Move. Do you know how those trees plant? How you get ownership? Talk to me. Let's go down memory lane. Me heart for you, Stevenson, my name. Tell the people of Jamaica your true intention.
So right away, talk about how your own ownership now, my own chief. So she's a little piece of thing.
Hey, look here. This is the heights of ignorance. This is the heights of ignorance.
Yes.
Because number one,
yes.
Number one, the treaty, you understand, and based on the customs, right? As you know what? You touch it. Let me say something, because Bruce, remember, you know, two administrations try to disrespect the Maroons. Two administrations. You remember earlier we said, oh, Bruce Golding unleashed Andrew Holness to us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce Golding, right, is the first person who tried to delegitimize Curry. Want to say to Curry that they are not sovereign, they are not a sovereign group. Now, this is how Bruce Golding is stupid. Now, Bruce Golding reason to say that Curry is not sovereign, right? The Maroons are not a sovereign group. Its primary reasons to say that it is the Governor General who would have to appoint the Maroon chief. And so then if the Governor General appoint the Maroon chief, then that means, right, they cannot be sovereign. Okay. I want to ask Bruce Golding one question.
The Prime Minister, so him not sovereign neither.
You know, I want to ask Bruce Golding one question. I want to ask Bruce Golding to tell me, or tell Jamaican people, which Governor General ever appoint one of the Maroon chief?
None of them.
Not one. So then that means the Maroons are sovereign. You understand? Because guess what? It is the Maroon people who voted and elected. You understand, Corey? Selected Corey. No Governor General has never appointed a Maroon chief. So Bruce Golding totally unlearned. So Bruce Golding needs to go back and look and come tell Jamaica which one of the Governor General ever appoint a Maroon chief.
None of them. Remember we did our interview, but hear this.
Not one.
Bruce Golding are the biggest destruction in Jamaica, though.
All right. I tell you.
Remember, Bruce Golding are the biggest destruction. Bruce, I not joke, me. Remember,
don't joke.
But him have a little old ways. I know they make catapult, you know. But him no go on like that one year, you know. That one year. You understand? And I like to have the good night, I know, because I know where I do. But look at penile, but him will not behave like Andrew, you know. That kind of little thing, you know. You understand? Remember Andrew whip him off too, you know. All the side, you know. Remember him them marching at the election and him going and him and I say, I cannot be doing, you know, see him push her at the time, go sit up.
Yeah, man, upper arena, man.
But Andrew only said the worst thing in the history of mankind. He made the lightest thing, by the way. Andrew the lightest thing where ever walked the face of this earth. Any man get up and tell life for him great granny. And then him mother and father. It cannot be true. Me not even ask him. Then him continue to tell him back a lies, and like some joke. You can't trust him. And I'll be at about him, they make promise, he make commitment. None of them never fulfill neither. The lightest thing you can't believe in him. Andrew, Holness, the lightest thing. And then play upon people, you know, play upon people conscience away. They like peanut bread come, and him run off a peanut bread and turn him into an ambassador. I want to find it out, and peanut bread say, hey, you can't even manage to pay to blood clot food. Go here to boy, you can't. Him vex. And I'm not remember the peanut bread. Give him the the consciousness when capture the people in a unique way. And they want to use for deal with crime now. Rather and that I get rid of crime. Every time such as that. He used to watch Shazam on TV, man. You remember it? He's sick in the head, you know. Rather. So you get rather now to get rid of crime. You know, level 4. Level 4, the trouble advisor show me.
Yeah.
Not 3 again. Remember me not
level 4.
Listen to me. And after the crime alone, you know, it and the health, you know.
The health.
Crime and health.
I'll show you.
And the poor response that surround the two major sectors, or urgently you'll get look after, or urgent you get a response from, you know, the security. But when we look on a lot of things that, you know, surround Andrew Holness and the people who align themselves to him, we see lie, we see beer play teeth, because they say, you know, him thief the leadership election from Manayard up a national arena, you know. Stampede the man thing, you know, with them busload of people and bring primarily and specifically for disrupt the counting. We see all people that were count like the mafia shuffle for them life. So even in I'm one party, the man disturb it and disrupt it through criminality activities. So this man from day one is a criminal in our eyes. And him use all church to disguise himself and surround himself among church leader. I'm one with the church leader and I say the man criminal and corrupt. That's why me have to burn them. Exactly. Because them align themselves with known criminal, international criminal. So me have to fling fire upon the church them for that. Because we see where people from them fraternity aiding and abetting known fugitive as well. and carry them gun in a volatile community go gateway to do some type of illicit work and come back to them.
He did give away, you know. He never carry no gun there. That kind of long time and do it crime. So
him just use a fictitious story as a designated spot and say because we know them. Him just fabricate something. It give a long time and that them a do.
But
That father-in-law do the same thing. So you just look and you piece the little jigsaw puzzle them and you see how them operate. Even them license firearm at work with criminal activists out there.
Like, I can do the same thing between two firearmen and them friends.
Yeah. In a man, you license to two firearm, but them not they are your premises. Them then are your friend vault. So who them firearm they are secure? That mean you never need them in the first place.
All that.
Because them have them license firearm and kill people and rob people by them cronies and them activists with them around them. This is where I go on at Jamaica, and at times Jamaica people whoop them eyes and say, even the same man them who elect them little nasty criminal politician who want to elect from over there. So the whole of them are thief and them are murder on the people with them gun.
By the way, well on the line, don't move. By the way, with Bruce, when I let go Bruce, I Bruce put in and tell the people say young people time. And this is call young people wanna blame Bruce. Bruce doing this. After and them are idiot to listen, but me not listen, me no brother. Can't you why me never listen? Me tell them this. You see, after the people encourage and you treat the people them pay man at felt after it, then you make so much of the young people. They never in the history of Jamaica, 24 whatever, see more than 70 people dead one time. Yeah. What?
You're mad man. You're mad man. That never happened yet. Not in the 1980 election that never happened.
What?
One place.
I don't tell that too, you know, because them shouldn't intervene and are doing foolishness and I try to play as a prime minister. Yeah, and then you turn it and get 200 Holness. And oppose.
Yeah.
And so you saw the country not back in a Flintstone days.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Because you take a man where the people not elect. Well, you don't know it, my brother. If movement have to go on. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So,
18 minutes we have in an hour.
We have to go get some bedding, man. Cause yo, today is a 90 degree weather. Me beat it in today now. Me beat down. Trust me.
Right.
Guys, you know what I mean? We get some rest. So yeah, I say.
Blessings.
I don't know enough.
Yeah, man. You don't know.
Respect my brothers.
Every time, my brother.
Yourself. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Keep the fire
today,
blazing.
man. Blessing, man. Yeah.
Mad love.
Yeah, man.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, we did it, man.
Yeah. So, you know, when we look on the situation represent itself in front of we with Andrew Holness as a known criminal, him gather some criminal activists around him and them do criminal activities on a daily basis in Jamaica. And them have no regard for the citizens. So we appoint out some little affiliated group where we say aiding and abetting this current prime minister in our dirty work.
Yes.
And we know say at time now people need to take a stock and look on them stakeholder with a different eye. Don't look on them as just as how them present themselves. They are deeply involved in corruption and it affects Jamaica democracy.
Exactly.
Because freedom of speech should be paramount for every citizen in our country. Because without your voice, you're nobody. You don't exist. A dead man can't speak. So if you're alive and your voice cannot be heard, it's like you're dead. So we don't hear churches come out and say, well, no, Prime Minister, you're going too far. You need to take a back. You need to give your people what you said is democracy. And freedom of speech is one of the most paramount things in a democracy society. So we have to wipe out some of them little organization group here, you know, as people may say it may sound a bit too idiot. But no, we have to be rigid with them people here because them help bring down Jamaica. I mean, know that for a fact. Too much of them in a mix up with government. Them to separate themselves from the government, especially when you have a corrupted government. You as an organization cannot seem to be drawing closer to corruption. So we have to look upon them people through different eyes. We know them do a lot of things because a criminal will always be a criminal and him find anything for thief just like a rat. Rat find anything for thief in your house. And you not have to even put it down careless in the search feed. You can't imagine you going all the way up in the man them land, in a maroon settlement, go and cut out lumber. And you bypass the people them. And when we look on certain things, we see where the mix-up come from. And so we know who is at the helm, who are do all these things, who are orchestrated from within them office because the whole of the 19 agents them under your umbrella. So we know it come from your orchestra. You understand? So we have to just know so this guy I need to go, man. This guy I need to go. And we are talking about clean wipe out too. People have need to know that. Because without this, Jamaica now get no justice to the people. You can't have a corrupt government where you have to look forward to justification for come your way. That's not where happen. Because this man worse than Idi Amin, you know. This man gone around Idi Amin, and we think Idi Amin was one of the worst black leaders in our history. Andrew run past him long time.
Long time.
Because Andrew go all of some university in the Middle East go study of it, oppressing one people, you know. Yeah, man. Him go down to the Middle East go study of it, oppressing people, man. Round the block, the way you see all of these atrocities go on, him know around there and him know the blueprint of what them use and how them operate. And me see my use in Jamaica day to day space.
Israel.
And you have some little police guy where align themselves to him and don't know so one day this organization, this regime, where them align themselves to are gonna crumble. What them are gonna do when it crumble? That's why me I ask for a newly assembled judicial system. We are going to have no alignment to them criminal here. We not have nothing to do with them more than fling the law book at them. Because them forget the law book fling at them now. Because them rampage Jamaica, you know, man. Them destroy whole pa family, you know. Them destroy whole pa community. Them set back youth were supposed to aspire for great things. Them education funding gone. Big thinking, rural read all about. Say him a campaign if you not see him all about. Oh, a man where have a pending case can still there for your campaign trail. What kind of message you send to the electorate? Eh? So you know, say Andrew Holness now have no substance about him. Him is like a dirty drain where clog up. You understand? And all he must do is just filter and litter the whole place now. Because him clog and him a run right over now, you know. So everything I get touched from him. So I'm going to put it back now to Mystic, you know, Mystic carry on.
Blessings. Everything that you said lied 110% and endorse it. But I want to demonstrate something to people that we are just not here, right? Talking for talking's sake, and we are picking on Andrew Holness. To be honest, let me say this, people, right? Myself, Wayne, and Lied here, right? We not just come out and speak loosely. Whenever we speak, we are going to show you evidence from which we speak. And so then, if Andrew Holness want to use lawyer or anybody, you understand, as it relates to challenging us, feel free, you understand, to come, because we are speaking 110% truth. Having said this, let me proceed and open something to people. Andrew Holness is a virus, right, in Jamaica. Political virus on our democracy. People need to aware that Andrew Holness is leading down the path of dictatorship. I am continuing to tell people, you understand, because I have seen all the signs. Now, sign number one, Andrew Holness is the first prime minister in our political history that has the responsibility for 19 agencies under his responsibility. That is a move that any dictatorship, any dictator would do. Adolf Hitler had done similar. Adolf Hitler started just like how Andrew Holness started. Utilized propaganda media and the Jews, right? And what happened to the Jews? Over 6 million Jews were killed. Jamaica, wake up. I am going to show Jamaica something. Andrew Holness is not just only hiding or being discreetly, you understand, doing stuff. Andrew Holness is doing stuff openly, clearly, and bare face. Andrew Holness. Now, remember, I explained to people as it relates to the criminal justice system, and I explained to the 3 tiers of the criminal justice system. 1, the investigation. Andrew Holness control that. Oh, Andrew Holness control that? Fitz Bailey, right? Andrew Holness control him. Fitz Bailey is a political operative. More people understand what I'm saying. Fitz Bailey bias in cases as it relates to anything that is going against Andrew Holness governance. So Fitz Bailey line of investigation will always in sync with what Andrew Holness wanted to do. So Andrew Holness control the investigation arm of the criminal justice system. Second movement, what Andrew Holness had done. Andrew Holness control also the prosecutorial arm of the criminal justice system. So then when Andrew Holness making reinforcement, breaching the Constitution, you understand, try to use his 49 member of Parliament, you understand, to seat and reseated Paula Llewellyn, you understand, and going against a constitutional ruling is another big sign that Andrew Holness now make a move in controlling the prosecutorial arm. Those are the very same thing that a dictator will do to control the criminal justice. Now, what is saving Jamaica, right, is the last branch of the criminal justice system, which is the judiciary, the court. And that is one of the reasons why when Mark Golding bring Andrew Holness into the judiciary, Andrew Holness lose those cases. From time to time, you will hear Mystic Sensation say that our jurisprudence is solid because most of our judges are well-studied judges, you understand, and they make prudent decision. Our judges, right, are what saving Jamaica today. So then what Andrew, that is one of the reasons why Paula Llewellyn, right, doesn't want certain case to venture into the judiciary. Because if it goes into the judiciary, right, it is problem. Now, let me tell you one case which is problem that escaped them and goes into the judiciary. The case with Rural Reed, you understand, is in the judiciary. So then guess what? The execution of kicking the can down the street That is what they are doing. Slowing up the process, you understand, and slow up the court process because they don't want, you understand, the judge right to go through the process of the adjudication as it relates to everything that needs to be processed and put into the judiciary as evidences and so forth. A lot of delay in the rural Reed case, certain information that judges may be anticipating and so forth and so forth. Now, let us back up. That's one of the reasons why the president for the National Water Commission, that was clearly charged, and where Paula Llewellyn stated that, okay, all the charges are valid. However, as a result of the timeline, I am executing statute of limitation. Right? Now, as a result of that, the National Water Commission president was not charged, but escaped. Now, let us go back as it relates to Andrew Holness' first set of criminality as it relates to him awarding contracts to Gavin, the corruption prosecutor, right? What the corruption prosecutor did was say that, okay, yes, there are some instances of, where charges can, be placed. However, I am not going to proceed because abuse of process. They did not allow the case to go into the judiciary. People, wake up Jamaica. These are signs of dictatorship on us. We are seeing it on a day-to-day basis. Someone put into the chat and said, we need to start to focus on the EOJ, the Electoral Office of Jamaica, because that now situates under the Prime Minister's office. Well, my friend, let me say this. I hope Mark Golding, right, and I know that Mark Golding, right, is aware of that. I would also hope that the necessary precautions being executed by the opposition to ensure that Andrew Holness don't have a significant control over the EOJ. What we need to do from now is to make sure that we are dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's, because guess what? The electorate had left Andrew Holness. The current electorate, both young, middle-aged, and old, now realize that Andrew Holness is indeed a liar. What Andrew Holness is doing, right, is going out now on the promising campaign again as what he had done in 2015. Andrew Holness will promise the world to you. Now, when you look in St. Catherine, where Andrew Holness went and destroyed the people home in St. Catherine, and let me talk to them people in St. Catherine right now.
Clifton.
When he went to Clifton and destroyed many homes in Clifton, what Andrew Holness skillfully doing now, because election is round the corner, is now tying those people to NHT loans, acting as if he's going to do something. Let me tell Andrew Holness and let me tell the Clifton people. The Clifton people who had built them house, remember, say, I want to get in a house, from the day-to-day juggling. The local partner draw, want to put together. The money want to save up for years. You understand? I want to take time, but not have a little money. Want to give a builder You understand? Because maybe you can just below 201, 300 black and you take
Right.
place. Remember, you never owe no money upon it. You pay for the land, right? And you bill what you can bill out on the local pocket.
Yeah,
What Holness is putting the people under now. You understand? It's for the people now to go process $5 million and $6 million loan. Now, poor people, many of them, right, may not even have a steady income. So what kind of steady income that you are going to have now to process loan through NHT?
for that amount.
You understand?
Exorbitant amount.
And when, remember now, you know, people who don't do the maths, right? Now, when you take the 5.6 loan from NHT, right? And you go and use the years, 25 years or 30 years on it, people. Remember, when you do the simple interest, you know, the formula to find simple interest is principal multiplied by time multiplied by rate over 100.
Right.
So when you calculate that, principal multiplied by time multiplied by rate
Time
over
by
100,
rate
you
100.
understand? And the years that you are going to pay, you realize that you are not going to pay 6 million in the people. You remember waking up and showing us what Andrew Holness did to you. If you believe it is happy way, remember, you were there with your homes and Andrew Holness government lick it down. If you went take time, build on your house and finish it, you wouldn't have NHT problem pound head to pay for. Because you use your day-to-day juggling and pay for your house. You see what I say, people? But now Andrew Holness going to put you in a bind. I am talking to the Clifton people, specifically who them house lick down. Now, when you borrow the loan for $6 million, by it reach the 25 years or the 30 years, you will be realized that you will be paying 200% on the loans. Simple means, right, that the $6 million that you borrow, what you're going to end up pay, you're going to end up pay 18 million within 30 years.
Exactly.
Now, people, let me ask Uno a question. Uno have them the money there. And here what going to happen to some of Uno? Me they tell Uno before it happen. What is going to happen to some of Uno? Many of you going to default on the loan. And you know what is going to happen? NHT is going to come and take it away.
Right. Repossess.
You are now, they are going to repossess your house of people. While you may glad and say, okay, all right, him this and him that, Andrew Holness are all dirty, wicked. Now, you tell me now that me live at Clifton. You understand? And me use my little money when I run my partner draw. Because many of them people there, in them the area there, and them day-to-day hustling, them juggling, and partner together. And when they have a bunch of money, they run go buy some black, run go buy some cement, run go buy some steel. You know, say at the day-to-day juggling, do in order to build a house. And this Prime Minister, this old vampire, you understand? This old Dracula, come, this old bloodsucker, come, lick down the house and accuse Klansman gang to say at them sell lot. Well, while people, I'm best friend. The police them investigate and found out say at the principal were selling the lots. So then, Andrew Holness friend, you understand? Me don't know if Andrew Holness get no money from that, you know. Me hungry talk, because I don't have no evidence as it relates to the principal me have given him money. But me go tell you something, people. The particular case there, you know, we're not going to hear the end result of it, you know. Because the lady tied to Andrew Holness, and Andrew Holness, wicked and lie and cruel, went into Parliament and said it is the Klansman gang who stole the land and selling the land. Just like what he had done right? And the maroon territory, territory, right? And now him claims that now the forestry people them now they investigate the thief. Now let me tell you something now, the end result of that. The forestry people them who they investigate, you're going to realize that there's nobody going to be arrested because the thief, they investigate the thief, and I rest my argument.
But I want to ask a little question as it relates to the demolition of the houses in Clifton. After establishing that it's not Klansman gang who's selling the land to these people, and that these people did not occupy the land unwillingly, these people bought the land from its principal. We haven't seen any form of compensatory package for these people and the loss of their investment.
Just look at that. And now putting the people in a bind.
So we have to ask the question, Byron and Wayne.
All right.
Where are the support for these people?
No, let me answer that now. What them do since week? Him go over the back and I think from in a post of them time them have some title where give out him don't give out the title. But I go on like a him. So people him come over the other day, you know. Me not carry him up here so and I do sermon, we not run him with their food system. And not him. We don't know what's to come from previous administration. So him come over there for one of the title and then think they were not wait pan. I go on like him and do something. Same like the road them take them and mash them up and all kind of thing. He's just a 3-card guy where you know him dangerous. Okay? He must trick them. What more want to do, but every time I run out and a big time, but okay. Because more want to do, you know, never get humiliated. And not go out and get humiliated. Nobody sit down.
Yeah, man.
Just go out and get humiliated. No have time for Andrew. But for start, some people got prison. Calling you to pick up yourself. Jane family. I go and see my phone and I can knock off and some of me, you know, like a musical brother them call me. Carter Livingston. Pick up yourself, brother. Saying, Power Man, big up yourself too. Saying, so you know, when some phone can I get busy, remember, you know, part of it. I don't really know it's the part of it of family there.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Pick them up, you know. Yeah, saying. So when I come back, I'll do see the time I run. Yeah, man. So we're up on the live, yeah. That's how me done my life and I'm not coming up, but my life is a different thing, you know, people. You know, you live your life a little waste, you know. But my brother then called me, I called him back. Saying, remember, you don't worry about them champion sound and don't follow rumors, Carter Livingston and
yeah.
Power Man Stone and then Nick and Berry and all kind of things. You know them? Yes. Saying, yeah, man. So, big them up, you know. Yeah, man. 100 pound of Cali weed, you know. Carter
yeah, man.
Yeah. And then, yeah, man. And Trading, you know. Yeah, man. And then big tune there. Yeah, man.
Yes, man.
Livingston. Same, yeah, man. Big up family. Same, yeah, man. We're there, Titans.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, so we're gonna knock it again, people. Next week, you know, it go. We know we weren't going over the tree, you know, but that's how it's going, you know.
Yeah, man. But
the vibes nice. Come like we just there 2 hours.
Yeah, independent, we're going over 3, man. I know we're gonna knock it again. So we're there. So we're gonna knock it now. Yeah, man. Titans. People, we out.
Yeah, man. I just want to say to the people, them say, you know, we know the festival.